Recording. Welcome, my friends. Welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I'm Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion, and your host, and only a host and a player, for this, the 5th episode of Star Wars One Shots. Previously, we killed someone that we thought was the Pirate Queen, or maybe we captured them. I don't remember. It's been a while. But then we found out right at the very end, James dropping the bombshell of a cliffhanger, because that's just what James does. But that wasn't actually the Pirate Queen after all. Let's take a moment to check in with everybody, see what's new and exciting. We'll try to keep this brief so we can get right into the game and the fun and the excitement and the action and the I don't know what else we're going to do. We'll start with Foehammer, because we're going to save James for last, because he's the GM. Foehammer, what's new and exciting for you besides dealing with colds and kids going back to school? I don't know. What else? What do you got going on, man?
Oh, I'm good. Just on the tail end of cold, but so yeah, if my voice sounds a little bit different, yeah, but yeah, I'm here, ready to play. Um, you know, not too much going on. Got yeah, I was mentioning before we started that I got a D&D campaign that I run for work, so it's kind of a you know team building exercise that I like to pass it off as, and it's mostly people who've never played any kind of role playing game before, and yeah, as typical, we've gotten to the spot where they're ready to adopt a goblin pet, so they're kind of on that that growth chart for the adventuring party development. So we haven't quite gotten to any backstabbing or anything yet, but they're getting there. But no, it's good. It's good, and of course, like sharing these role playing experiences with as many people as I can, and happy to be back here.
It is definitely good to be back. It has been quite a while. I think somebody said 83 days from the last time we rolled dice in here. That's just about 3 months. Maybe a little bit less. I'm not sure. At any rate, let's see who's next. Kane, what's new and exciting for you, my friend? Besides the craziness of fist fighting, literally a queen xenomorph. Congratulations on that trophy, by the way.
I mean, I killed it with a knife.
Okay, whatever. It's basically a fist fight.
That knife is done.
Oh yeah, it's Dunsky's all right.
It's finished melting by now. I also was compelled to kill another player. Almost 2 other players. We almost ended the whole campaign.
Yeah, that would have been rough. That had not gone slightly different.
So hashtag friendly fire.
Anything else from you? You got anything to share?
I'm not recording the Star Wars game that I'm running, but I have enjoyed that the party has finally figured out that they are not real.
I'm not sure how to take that.
They spent this whole campaign trying to figure out, I did a bunch of short prequel arcs so they could establish history with their characters, and then they woke up somewhere strange and were trying to figure out what was going on, and they have finally figured out that they are like conjurations of the Force. They aren't real people. They're inhabiting a body and they are imprisoning it. The person that's actually living in the body.
Oh my. Wow. The Force can really make you do some weird shit. That's all I can say on that.
It's been fun. They finally figured that out, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do about it.
Well, that's a plot twist.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And so for the beginning arcs, I had somebody, I was like, I would like for you to be in this game, but I'm going to let you know right now so that you're not super disappointed about it later. It's a temporary position in the game. And he was like, okay, that's fine. His character's entire existence wasn't real. So when they woke up, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So he stayed in the call to put that pressure on to try to find their missing party member because they didn't know that he wasn't real and he wasn't an NPC. So they would look harder. So they spent 8 or 9 sessions trying to figure out what happened to him, and until they finally figured out that nothing is real. They have no idea what's real anymore. It's wild. I'm having a great time with this game.
I bet you are. Holy shit. That's a mind fuck right there that you went you didn't just fuck with the character's mind, you fucked with the player's mind. That's some AP Gaming Real bullshit right there.
I'm about to pull a Total Recall on one of the players in my D&D game and tell them they're actually their actual personality is an imprinted one and they're actually an evil person.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But sometimes you have to trick the players as well in order to get them invested on the character side. So
absolutely you do. In fact, I started playing Space Marine 2 the other day before I realized that my computer was just going to chug along and it was going to be frustrating. It was one of those, it was just like survive. It was like very, very beginning, survive the onslaught. And it doesn't give you a time limit. It doesn't give you any other indicator that it's ever going to end or that you have to get to a certain point. You have to kill somebody. It doesn't do shit. It just says survive the onslaught. And the game developer inside me remembers a class where I sat there and was very adamant about lie to the player. Because sometimes it's what you have to do to sell a portion of your game or a feature or what have you. And I was just like, you motherfuckers, I see what you're doing. Survive the onslaught as you throw more of these fucking Tyranids at me. I know how this is played. I've played this bullshit. I've made this bullshit before.
Was that the end of the intro, by the way?
What's that?
Was that the end of the intro level?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's before you go up to the battle barge.
Yeah. So when I did that first off, because I was having problems with my computer still, and it was Space Marine that finally killed it. What was happening was my machine was slowing down more and more with each. In that final battle, it almost seemed cinematic.
Yeah.
The way it was becoming like slow motion battle.
So it actually added to the immersion, huh?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it ended up with the payoff of the machine shutting down due to a thermal overrun.
The Omniscience said no more.
James was like, wow, this is so immersive.
Darius, what's new and exciting for you, my friend? I know it's been a few days since Rogue Trader, but what's new, man?
Well, I slept through Thursday, then Friday I gamed all day, and then Saturday is today, and I got to play BattleTech earlier, and we maintained the objective, so we won the game.
Nice.
That feels very qualified. Like, you might have lost something else, but you won the game. We won the
game, but at what cost?
You might have lost the battle.
No, nobody went down.
What was it called in the Tukied with
partial victory?
Ghost Bear partial victory, yes.
I believe they used the words Pyrrhic victory, but it might have been partial.
Yeah.
No, the downside is that we ran out of time.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But yeah, it was fun. And yeah, that's been my week since Wednesday.
All right. I don't really have a whole lot to add other than my birthday was Wednesday. I tried streaming War Thunder on Thursday. My computer absolutely chugged along. It was grotesque. Did a little bit of digging, found some extra apps or what have you that were running that don't need to be running. So I've learned to, whenever the computer restarts, to make sure I turn those off before I do anything crazy. I streamed Star Trek Online last night, and knock on wood, this isn't real wood, I don't know what it is, but it graphically on my computer, I was running smoothly without having to update or change any settings, so that I'm hoping that whatever the problem is has more or less been resolved, and now the only thing I have left to do is resetting the modem on a more often, regular basis. Because that was the problem I ran into the most with Space Marine 2, was that it would lag out a little bit because it's an online game, even though you're basically playing single player. There was points where I had Tyranids running 2 steps forward and then snapping back, 2 steps forward, snapping back, rubber banding in a very literal sense. And I was shooting them all day long, just burning ammo, not doing a fucking thing to them. It was very frustrating. So hopefully I've gotten that problem resolved. And then, like I said, with resetting the modem, I'm knocking on some more wood. I'm going to find some salt later. Hopefully that'll resolve my technical problems. And I might even be able to get back into streaming video games like I want to, because... One second. What?
Knock on me, I come from a forest.
Get out of here. God, I love it. Smartasses raising smartasses.
I don't know where I picked that up.
Probably your mom or your sister.
Mom said, some lines was like, knock on me, I'm a whole forest.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, knock on wood, I'll have all those problems resolved, and I can get back to streaming more than just TTRPGs like I want to. James, it's your turn, sir. Take it away with whatever's new and exciting, and then lead us into a galaxy far, far away when you're ready, please.
Hello. Look, that's worthy of this channel. Not much is exciting in my life. I mean, I've told my life interest stuff to you guys, but it's probably not that exciting to Omar's regular audience. I have been helping AP run his yearly survey, where we've sort of, I've tried to create questions that were both quantitative and qualitative, so that we can then pivot the data afterwards. So, you know, the data analyst in me is looking forward to digesting those numbers after the fact and trying to learn what the gaming community I'm a part of wants to do next. And fun enough, a lot of it looks like Star Wars. But you know, but thanks to certain people who remain nameless, Shadowrun also seem to feature quite heavily as well. Yeah, it's only probably a matter of time before we get to go through that. Other than that, yeah, it's not been not a lot of gaming. I did play in a miniatures tournament, which I came second in recently. I missed out by a single point on the top spot, which is good because it was the first time I'd ever played that particular game system. So it felt good to get a good result out of that.
That is good.
Yeah, but that's it for me. So this is my second session of Star Wars I'm running in the last 24 hours. So, and in fact, I'm running the same adventure. I'm running Master of the Pirate Queen for a different group as well. So I'm going to keep myself on top of who's up to where. They're behind you. They've only just gotten to the base of the Blackwind crater.
Okay.
So they tried to kill the clones.
Whoops.
I
bet, but apparently they succeeded, or at least were able to break contact once they realized this was a bad idea.
Yeah, look, things worked out well. Things worked out okay for them in the end.
Things worked out okay.
Yeah, since it has been 83 days and 20 hours since the last person made a role in this campaign, I thought we should probably just do a quick recap of episode 1, where the crew of Feylon's Folly have come to the world of Selakami, following up a lead on a bounty hunting job that their local bounty hunter Trokk has brought them to. The particular job was for the Zan Consortium, a import-export business / smuggling group that has been recently predated by a rival pirate gang known as the Veiled Sorority. And Venlina Sapal of the Zan Consortium wanted to hire you guys for a princely sum of 10,000 credits each to bring her the leader of the sorority, a enigmatic figure known as a pirate queen, dead or alive, and that they believe that the pirate queen was with them at that point in time on Selakami. You did some research, made some contacts, found your way to the Blackwind crater, which was just a meteorite crater on the planet's surface where there was an old CIS military base that the Veiled Sorority were using. You met the old first platoon, a group of they're only like 25 years old, but they look 70-year-old clones left over from the Galactic Civil War. No, actually the Civil War. So it was the Separatist War. Galactic Civil War's going right now. And you ended up storming the base, killing the Pirate Queen, took her head and mask back to Sapal, got paid. You were just about to leave Selakami when you got a communication from Sapal saying, "No, you bought me their stunt doubles." It was not the real.
Nice Spaceballs reference.
It wasn't the real Pirate Queen, and so the job is not yet finished. And so we find ourselves in Feylon's Folly, still at Telesema Spaceport on Selakami, with the news that Sapal wants you to return to discuss next steps. Although your pockets are full of 10,000 credits each right now.
I have a note that says that I paid to get those clones the ability to leave the planet so they can try to find the rebellion.
Yep, that's correct.
I don't remember how much money I gave them.
I certainly don't either. That was almost 3 months ago, bro.
Yeah, I almost think that I thought you guys were going to transport them somewhere first. Like you were going to take them to somewhere. And then...
that sounds a little bit more like, because I was just thinking when you brought that up, I was like, well, why don't we just do it?
Okay. Or right, because I'd offered to pay their fare to get them on the ship if you guys were going to try to charge them for it. Which, given how mercenary this group is, seemed likely.
I mean, I'd have just charged like $100 a piece and called
This
it a
group of
day.
mercenaries is mercenary-like.
No way. James, do we got some light side, dark side stuff to roll first? Not to be the guy that says, "Hey, teacher, we have homework to turn in."
No, we should definitely. So, well, I mean, light side points is just as good for you. There you go. I've triggered the roll there. So we're starting strong with a couple of white.
Of course, I bring the dark side to the table. You're welcome. Wow. Wow. If ever there was a telling moment. Jesus. Not only did you all roll light side, you all rolled double light side.
Doubles, yeah.
So we know who's secretly betraying the group in this particular game.
Oh, jeez. Did I already betray one group in another game?
We know somewhere Darius is hurting with that roll.
All right, Seren is feeling it today.
Damn, that's like 3 times in a row, bro.
Every time.
Can we re-roll that just for shits and giggles, at least? It really has been like 3 episodes in a row, I'm pretty sure.
It's always me.
Well, it's because you have the highest obligation, just saying. Not saying.
Is that what it is?
It is, yes.
I do have the highest obligation.
Yeah. So you are
there's what, like a 20% chance that it's me every session?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You are the person voted most likely to feel the strain.
Well, you know what? That's what you get for being a recovering Jedi. You Jedi scum.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Tell Seren that.
No. Listen, Feylon might be stupid, but he's not fucking dumb.
Oh, hey, look, my threshold has already been lowered because it was last session too, wasn't it?
Was it? So what should your threshold be? Because I just applied.
I think it's supposed to be 15 because I have a grit in 4 willpower.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's supposed to be 15, and it's already the threshold's 15 right now.
I find it. I'm just going to do it. I find it easier to actually do it as just
take the strain.
Take the strain, but just remember it can't be cleared.
Okay.
That's all. So let me put my back into before.
So as is typical for this group, Seren is stressed out.
You know what? I feel like it's not that Seren is stressed out. Seren is stressed out because of this group. There's a lot of not disparity. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of diversity in this group that is not jiving well with Seren and her ability to just
That's
be quiet.
The word we want to use for that.
What's that?
Diversity is the word you want to use for that.
I couldn't think of a better word at the moment. Listen, I'm not a wordsmith, okay? What's that?
Tension.
There's definitely a lot of tension. I mean, there's a literal lizard man that will eat anything that's made out of meat. And he carries a big fucking stick, and all he does is talk about...
Not anything. Not most things. But
and all he talks about is Trokk hit with stick. Like,
yes.
That is the extent of his small talk.
Yes.
Seren brought him a whole ass steak.
Yeah. I believe it was Feylon's idea. Listen, just throw some meat at him. He'll do whatever we want.
So we're in the spaceport. We've been told that we have, in fact, not completed the job. And did we have any idea what we were doing? Other than we're still doing?
No, look, I think that was the end of session drop was the
you
failed. She's not actually dead.
Yeah, it was the little cliffhanger end,
and with no
we thought we
were
done. We thought we were done. We're getting ready to leave. I think we were actually talking about communicating with the clone troopers to get them out of there and take them wherever they needed to go, because now we actually had some money and stuff. And then we got that email, phone call, whatever. That said, hey, by the way, this isn't the Spider Queen. Or, no, wait, that's Lowell. This isn't the Pirate Queen.
It's not her either.
It's a shame we don't have anybody to interrogate.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not.
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna turn back around and start going back to the computer.
Why do you sound so guilty?
Because I'm the only one that rolled a fucking dark side point. That's why.
So the other thing that I just posted into the Discord before, as well as Omar pointed out, obviously you got a lot of money now. Whether or not you get to keep it, it's probably going to be a topic of conversation. But if you wanted to consider stuff for the ship, I have done a cheat sheet of potential ship upgrades there, what they do, what they cost, availability, etc. Although I'm sure Kane has booked dived at various points in the past and knows all the various things.
Perhaps in the future we should not be so hasty as to get rid of our information sources. Do we have any other ideas of how we might be able to figure this out?
Didn't we get information from the HoloNet? I'm saying that in character as I turn back around in my captain's chair or pilot's seat, whatever, and I look at Seren and it's like, didn't you find some sort of information from the HoloNet about these people?
I mean, all the leads you got were pointing to the crater, but you're only looking for leads about the Valswordy being on Shinigami, because that's where Venlana told you they believe that the Pirate Queen was. So you weren't looking for what information on where they were far afield. In any case, she has asked you to come back to Paradise Found to meet with her.
Well, I suppose if we don't have anything else to work on of our own, we might as well go and talk to her, and hell, maybe we can get some more money out of her. And, legitimately this time, as opposed to giving her what is apparently not what she wanted.
Well, considering that we have, as of now, failed a job that we have been paid for.
Did you say failed? I don't like the way you say failed. We did our job, we just were wrong.
Let's not make her wait any longer than... We should go now, it'll make us look better.
Isn't it, dark out? And I look outside because I don't remember if it's day or night right now.
You're in a polar region where it's always night.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Instead of saying if it's dark out, I'll be like, what time is it right now? Is it the dark shift?
I think it's time for us to go face the music.
Fine, Jesus. He wouldn't say Jesus. He'd probably say, by the Force or some dumb shit.
Trokk doesn't see what the big deal is. We brought her the mask that she wanted. Just because the head in it was different, it's not our fault.
That's probably the problem, is they think it's our fault, and they think we're trying to scam them, and whatever. Let's just... Come on, Trokk, grab your stupid stick, and let's go.
We did one job. They want to give us another job. That's fine.
Guys.
Yeah?
There was no accusations made.
Why would they make an accusation?
Why are you accusing me of making an accusation?
Before we go there.
You said they think that we are trying to scam them or something. There was no accusation made.
No, all of this is irrelevant.
They called us and asked us to come meet to discuss next steps.
Seren makes the walk towards the meeting.
I think
yeah, I'm like walking towards the ramp as I say this.
Yeah, I think Feylon just kind of hangs back. He's like, okay, maybe I'm just a little paranoid. Maybe I've been burned like this before. And he doesn't say any of that. He just kind of stands there and stares at his feet for a second, like, okay, all right. I won't bring my rifle. I don't think I still have a clone rifle. I think we had to give it back. But I definitely bring my blaster pistols with me.
I'm pretty sure we kept the clone rifles.
I don't remember if we did or not.
If you wanted to, I think they would share them with you.
Share them.
All I know is Trokk now has a vibro axe, and it's just, he's just itching to use this. I don't know if that falls under the right skill set that he's got or not.
He just walks forward, cutting the air constantly.
he's that kid that's always making. He's one that he's a Jedi actor making lightsaber sounds with the lightsaber prop, and the sound gaffer guy's like, "No, I need you to stop."
I am going to adjust my inventory for having taken off the clone armor.
I just did the same thing, man.
So heavy. I am also putting away the blaster rifle.
What you can do, by the way, is you can move equipment to the ship's cargo. I don't know if players can do it. You should be able to. So make sure you all have control of the ship. So yep, you're all over the ship. So you should see that the ship has a equipment tab for cargo.
Yep. You just drag and drop.
You should be able to drag and drop stuff between your equipment and the cargo. If not, let me know and I'll do it for you. There you go.
Yeah, I got it.
And make sure it removes it from your inventory as well when you do it.
Yep. Yeah, I just put my blaster rifle and laminate armor in there.
Yeah.
So now I'm at... Why am I over? Still.
Let's see.
This is more of a rules question. I just want to make sure that the vibro axe that I have falls under the
the weapon,
the melee skill set, or is that under?
Yes. Yeah,
it is under melee, not lightsaber.
Yep.
I figured it was. I just wanted to make sure with
James, I'm still showing 8 out of 7 for encumbrance. Am I even missing something?
So it's 2 for the heavy blaster pistol, 1 for the knife is 3. Stun grenade is 1 for 4. The clothing doesn't count because you're wearing it. Toolkit weighs 4, takes you to 8, and the goggles are 0. Should put you 8 of, yeah, you're 8 of 7. You're right. You are 1 over.
You know what? It might be the stun grenade.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't remember if that was. I feel like Feylon would have kept the vibro knife in his pistols because knives are useful for a lot of things besides just stabbing people. Just for those that don't know, knives can be used for a lot of things other than stabbing people.
Yeah, it can be.
You're still stabbing stuff. You just might not be stabbing people. You're still stabbing other things.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's all it does.
Just saying, a knife is still a useful thing to have. You know, cheesecake, throat, same difference. Anyway, I just wanted to make a dumb comment. I'm sorry. I'm trying very hard to not play myself as Feylon, by the way.
So you make your way back through the ports of Telesema back to Paradise Bar. It's like you say, even though it is constantly night, and night is a popular time here because it's not so hot. There are still low periods in the day, and this is one of those. Like, there's less people on the street. The bar's open 24 hours. Well, I mean, how many hours? 26 hours a day. The clientele is a bit less. There's less people around anyway, and the Trokk that you met before doesn't meet you. So presumably you just head to the side room where you met Venlana previously. And she's sitting there on the couch, sorry. She looks like somebody who hasn't slept in a bit. You know, she's got that sort of just that early tide, rubbing the inside of her eyes type look as you come in. Please, come in, sit down, all of you. Thank you for coming back so quickly.
I am going to intentionally sit myself. I don't know if there's like a bar or something in here, but somewhere kind of like off to the side. I don't want my back to the door. I'm trying very hard to not. I want to be clear. I'm trying to pretend to not be a little bit paranoid, but maybe I'm a little bit paranoid right now. I don't want to admit it to anybody, not even myself, but I am.
I've lost the map of the bar I had, but it basically to your right when you walk into this private room is like the actual bar. Okay. To the left is like a sunken lounge area.
Okay.
So you can sit at the bar, like you seem to be talking across the room because it is, it's
like an open floor plan, right?
It's a sort of open. It's a sort of like private area where you could have like a small cocktail party for like 30 people.
Okay.
So there's the bar. There's like a standing area where you could put like standing high tables and hors d'oeuvres, and there's like a sunken lounge area where say 10 to 15 people could comfortably sit around a couple of tables.
All right, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the sit at the bar and then spin around and put lean my elbows back against the bar, and then I'm gonna reach over a minute later and grab some random bottle of something.
All right. When you do that, she said, if you're making a drink, could you make me one too, please?
I am not very good at mixing my drinks, but what will you have?
Whatever you picked up looks good.
Here you go. And I'm going to make sure the cap is sealed, and I'm just going to toss it over to her. And then grab another one for myself. And really hope she catches it, because I bet you this is a hardwood linoleum hard tile floor. I forget. It's not ferrocrete because that's Warhammer. What's the hard surface substance here? It's not
plasteel.
Plasteel, yeah. There you go. We're probably walking on plasteel tiles right now.
She sort of catches the bottle, and I think she puts it on the table unopened at the moment.
You gotta let it settle.
So look, we didn't get a chance to. I didn't want to go through too much when I communicated with you before, but not long after you left, we were hit again by the sorority. One of our ships was targeted, and this time it was with extreme prejudice. There was none of the usual giving our people a chance to surrender. It was they were making an example, and then we subsequently got a transmission from the Pirate Queen telling us that if they had sought her death, that we had failed. So I can only guess that they must be using a network of imposters to hide the identity and the location of the real pirate queen. The technicians that we have spent some time analyzing the transmission we received, and it appears to have originated from the planet Ord Mantell. We don't have agents on Ord Mantell. Well, we have contacts, but not a team. And so my hope is that we can send you to Ord Mantell now to meet with one of our contacts and see if you can find more information on where the Valve sorority and the leader actually are. I do understand that you've already faced dangers in the service of the consortium, and your activities will be well rewarded. Although the mission we set out to achieve has not yet been achieved, the scope has also substantially changed, I believe, from what we initially discussed. And for that reason, I'm happy to double the agreed upon compensation if you can successfully complete the next phase of this operation.
Trokk will kind of hiss under his breath, scope creep.
is that Trokk?
I feel like that's something that Trokk would not know, but he knows the words because he heard them in passing one day. Yeah, I think Feylon just looks over at Seren and is just like, "You think?" But he's not saying anything as he knocks back some of his whatever alcohol he grabbed.
Would you like Would you like a moment to discuss this amongst yourselves?
What was the offer?
20,000 to go to Ord Mantell and kill the Pirate Queen effectively, I think.
And give us another 10K.
Out of character, is this this other planet, is it in system, or is it, I mean,
it's a whole other solar system somewhere else.
Yeah, it's actually it's a significant different. I'll quickly show you on the galaxy map where you actually. So you are here at Shinigami, and Ord Mantell is somewhere. It's quite a ways away, I think.
Oh, so it's significantly far away. This isn't like a local thing that happened with where they.
Okay, so we're up here where the party icon is.
It's over here. Ord Mantell's here.
Oh wow, that's like a quarter of the galaxy away.
So in terms of travel time, you're probably talking about
a couple weeks,
10 days to 2 weeks. Yeah.
I mean that's nothing in grand scheme of things, but yeah, that's a bit of distance. And I feel like I don't know if I ever established where Feylon's from, but I think Feylon knows that almost intrinsically that yeah, that's about a 10 to 12 day trip one way, and we're going. I mean, he's not saying any of this, but there's looks on his face that might otherwise indicate that, like, I'm not sure this is a great idea, but we did do this, but also that. And
I'll give you for a moment. And she stands up and she gets the bottle that Feylon threw. She walks over to the bar, poignantly picks up a glass, like a tumbler, and then leaves the room with the tumbler and the bottle.
As soon as she steps through the door, Feylon says one of those, because he watches her grab the tumbler. He's just like, as she walks out, he's just like, so uncivilized. Anyway, Ord Mantell's a bit of a hop from here. We could do it. I'm not sure about the fuel thing. How much
would it cost us to get there?
I mean, we have a ship. It's a matter of fuel expenditure and life support.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, You can't tell, but telepathically, I'm trying to send James a non-subliminal message about that.
Look, it's in the scheme of things, the cost of operating a ship is relatively negligible. So presumably, it can be hand waved that you pick up some basic cargo you can transport that pretty much covers the cost of getting from place to place.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be my answer. I'll be like, yeah, we'll just speculate some cargo and we'll be fine.
All right.
I make a. Ord Mantell's a core world, I think.
Mid-rim. So it would go on the core worlds roll.
Could I make a core worlds roll for Ord Mantell?
Yeah, sure.
Difficulty?
It could be 2. I think it's a relatively well-known place without being a major world. All right, so Ord Mantell has a pretty colourful history. It's not really the planet itself offers very little. It doesn't have much mineral wealth. It doesn't have much, resources. It is mostly a rocky world. What it has is a very good position in the galaxy to be a jumping off point for any sort of military deployment. So wars over the last 10,000, 20,000 years, one side or another has usually used Ord Mantell as some sort of base of operations, manufacturing hub, you know, um, deployment area, which means that the planet itself its atmosphere has been turned to, it's breathable, but it's highly acrid from like millennia of industrial production. It has a high volcanic activity. It has a local population. So there is a species called Mantellan savrits, which are, it's questionable as to whether they are an animal or a species because they are intelligent enough to have speech, for example, but they have been throughout history sort of suppressed down as being treated like animals rather than as people.
Well, they're still a species either way.
Yeah, that's right. It's whether they are considered to be a people or an animal species. Yeah, sentience. Yeah, it's like, well, there's no question they're sentient because they can talk and express understanding of their own existence and such. But
right,
yeah, on a very basic tribal level, and they're also very aggressive too.
Aggressive
So
Gungans.
yeah. I mean, technically, it's part of the Galactic Empire still, although there is no major imperial presence on the planet. It has a central authority that runs it, which is empowered by the Empire to make required decisions for the planet.
May I make an underworld roll to see what sort of contact and other things that might be of benefit to us there?
Yeah.
Since she mentioned contacts with this consortium. That doesn't look good.
That's a watch with an advantage. Yeah, so what I will say is you don't know much about the Mantella underworld, except there is a Mantella underworld. That there is.
I read a book once.
Look, you've heard that that it is a place that smugglers and that like to use. Probably because A, it's on a very very well used trade route, and B, it has very minimal Galactic Empire presence.
And the fact that it's used as a jump off point, I feel like that's just what's the word I want to use here? An opportunity waiting to happen for those in the underworld to move goods and cause various sorts of problems.
Yeah,
trafficking of various things. Feylon will take a moment and think about all this, and he's just we can get there easily. It's really not going to cost us much, if anything, really. Problem is, once we get there.
What are you hitting there?
Well, I was just doing this in character while you guys are kind of talking about all this and stuff.
He's swinging your vibro.
Trokk is just indifferent about this. It's a job to him. He's he doesn't really care as long as he's doing something to kind of continue his the hunt for his god or whatever. He's still probably taking swings around the room with his new vibro axe. So the fact that it failed,
he knocks over
James,
a vase.
Yeah.
So
it's like a statue or something.
Yeah, so I think that's weird. I think that you were going for the I'm going to pull my blow right before I hit something important, and you end up cutting imagine a standing light frame that's sort of 7 foot tall bar light that's adds mood to the area, and you end up cutting it in half by you don't go back in time, but because of your triumph, everybody thinks you meant to do that, and it looked really cool.
And you caught the pieces. You caught the pieces before they shattered on the floor.
Yeah, they might not know why you did it, but you look like you meant to do that.
Calm down, man. Listen, I told you the cost isn't much. We don't need to freaking extort this lady, and we certainly don't need her to add shit to our tab. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Go get you a drink. There's a whole bar over there. Sure, they got something for your people.
I'm perfectly happy to go to Ord Mantell and try to continue to do this.
I mean, we pretty much signed on to do this in the first place. I guess if we mouthed it up the first time, we might as well make amends somehow, but I don't know. There's no Imperial presence, so there's that. What's that?
I wouldn't want our fresh reputation to take a nosedive right off the bat. So
You mean it hasn't?
let's go to Ord Mantell and finish this thing.
All right. I guess let's swing by the cargo port and see what we can figure out as far as carrying some shit over there to cover our costs.
Yeah. So certainly for you, Gregor. I mean, you've worked the sort of the bounty hunting circuit. You know that like, if push came to shove and you didn't want to do this, you could easily make the case of, well, you know, like you said, scope creep. That they were very clear that they wanted you to kill the pirate queen on Selakami. You did exactly that. It's not so much a case of it would affect your overall reputation, but certainly you'd have to expect that the Zan Consortium would take umbrage to you defaulting on this side of things. So
exactly.
Yeah. So Venlana returns a bit later. She's already drained the bottle and the glass, and she puts empty bottle and glass on the bench. Did you come to a conclusion?
I'm gonna look at Seren to do the talking because nobody wants Feylon, or more accurately, me, to do the talking.
We've already been discussing our preparations to leave for Ord Mantell.
All right. Well, obviously time is a factor here. I don't want you to spend too long, so I have already organised that we can cover all of your resupply and docking costs here and on
I'm doing that to Gregor, by the way.
Yeah. So that you know,
he just waves you off. Stop that.
So there shouldn't be any need to spend too much time still here on Telesema, on Selakami. So when you get to Ord Mantell, head to the port of Whirlport. A contact of ours there named Janda will contact you once you've arrived with next steps.
Head to what port?
It's called Whirlport. Worlport.
I'm sorry, I was. One more time, James. Sorry.
Worlport.
Oh,
Whirlport.
I heard Royal Port. That sounds more Star Warsy.
Yeah, like.
And what was the name of the contact?
Jander. Jander.
Jandar.
ER. Jander. Yeah.
Trokk will say something like, I hope this contact doesn't end up like the last one, or it doesn't end up being untrustworthy like the last one.
You mean the Rhodian? Didn't you beat the crap out of him?
No, the old guy with the stick.
Oh, we shot him multiple times, as I recall. That's how, and for the record, in Feylon's headcanon, no matter what actually happened, he was the one that killed that guy with several blasts of the shots to the face. All right, well, you got expenses covered and maybe some cargo to carry for a little extra, and we got a place to go and a name to meet. I'm not seeing much of a reason for us to stick around. I'll put the cap back on what's left of my bottle and stick the bottle in a pocket, because you thought I was going to put it on the bar. Aha! Taking it with me.
So, do we want to make any upgrades to our ship before we leave?
I will leave that for you guys to figure out if we want to do that now or try to figure out off screen or what have you. Because
Ord
Before
Mantell
we leave,
is.
does she notice the shattered lamppost
Ooh.
thing?
Oh yeah. She definitely like has a rather muted reaction. Like okay.
Look at these fucking guys. This is the last time I let them in here. I swear to God.
Ord Mantell historically and continuously has a large manufacturing presence. A lot of material goes in.
Yep.
So it'll probably be much easier for us to source components for the ship at Ord Mantell than here.
Yeah, I mean it's a mid-rim trade hub. Like any roles to try and find hard to find equipment would be much easier.
Yeah, like going to Detroit to upgrade your car. God.
Do Americans do that? Like
you don't have to go to Detroit. You can upgrade your shit in your backyard. The parts will come to you. Ask me how I know.
Yeah. Because I just like drive down the local auto tune and pick up stuff and that's
yeah. I was just trying to make it funny.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
pricing and availability would be better to do at Ord Mantell, and it allows us to get there sooner.
definitely. I can't imagine anything taking, less than a day or two to get anything big put on the ship. And we, guess we're on the clock.
Just
I'm
need
sorry.
to make sure you
I'm
have
sorry.
enough
On
stakes
the
for a
chrono.
truck.
Yeah, that's 40K.
Oh,
Would
god
it-
damn it.
Would it be possible to get a copy of the transmission that was analyzed?
Yeah, I'm certainly going to provide you with that. It's only it's a think of like your classic staticky vision of a woman wearing the mask with like a voice modulator doing the classic we can't shoot this person's name or face on television type voice that says you if you thought you have killed me, you've clearly failed. The Zan Consortium will now face the yeah, the Zan Consortium will now feel our wrath.
Okay, let me stop being a complete ass here. Happy we finally got the group together. 80 something days later. Sorry, please continue.
Yep. Certainly, the vision in the mask and the person look identical to who you had killed.
But these are still
voice different.
These are still just the same grainy, hollow images that we've had in the past, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Although, like
Nothing
the technicians from they've given like the technicians report indicate it came from Ord Mantell, and it also indicates they verified the time signature of the transmission was after you guys handed in the the dead body of the pirate queen.
So for all intents and purposes, all the data that we're getting points to and indicates otherwise that yeah, this is legit. We shot the wrong person.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably I'll say that it's clear enough that if you were in the room this transmission was recorded in, you could recognize the details of the room from the transmission you've got.
Yeah, Seren just wants to take a crack at seeing if there's anything else she can pull out of the raw data of the transmission, just in case we can get another clue.
They call that metadata. I can't even say it right. Metadata. There we go.
Data about data. That's it.
Yeah, that's really all it is.
I mean, I don't. It's worth a try. I mean, we're going to be flying for 10 to 12 days, anyways.
Yeah, sounds like at least a couple of skill rolls. I'm sorry. But yeah, unless anybody's got anything else, I'm just gonna take my bottle of whatever booze I grabbed, stick it in a cargo pocket of my jacket or whatever, and start heading out the door and kind of like, all right, we'll go kill this lady. 10 grand waiting. We'll be waiting for it when we get back.
Wait, what? I thought it was 20.
They gave us 10 already.
Feylon
literally stops in his steps and he turns. He's like,
yeah,
they've already given us 10. And if I failed math,
so you get to keep the 10 that you've already got. Plus, then they will pay an extra 10 once this is dealt with.
Oh wow, look at that! The one time I shoot low, I actually hit the target. Got it. Yeah, no, I was really hoping for an additional 20 grand. I'll be honest with you, Gregor, but I didn't expect them to drop 20 after we mouthed the first part of this up. So a 10 grand on top of the 10 they've already.
You're assuming that it was our fault that it failed.
I mean, I'm not pointing fingers. Are you pointing fingers?
Seren will take the pad with the transmission on it and just leave to go back to the ship.
Yeah, I imagine we're having
like it thwaps Feylon on the back of the head and said, "Shut up and let's go."
Yeah, I imagine we're having this argument as we're leaving and we're like walking down the alleys.
Are we stopping anywhere to do anything on the way to the ship? All the fingers.
I do want to make sure that we. I want to get some extra clothes, so that the clones have something to wear other than like armor or undersuits, so we can get them on the ship a little less conspicuously.
That's actually a good point. I was gonna say, are we taking them with us to Ord Mantell? Are they our new cargo? They're people, not cargo, but
probably I would say the Ord Mantell is a good place to go to for them to get anywhere else, in the mid rim to inner core, basically.
Seren, why don't you see if there's a point of contact we can link up these guys with, so that when we get there, we're not just dropping them and hope they've got enough cash for our hotel. I don't have any contacts here myself. I don't know anybody. Never been here before.
I don't right now. I can try to see if there's something. I can find at Ord Mantell. Otherwise, I plan to make sure they have enough credits to continue the search for purpose.
We can also talk to the contact. What was his name? Jander.
I don't think that's the kind of connection that they're looking for.
Yeah,
No,
I think these
but
guys need a clean start.
He
to
might
totally
be connected more integrally than we think. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Sure.
I think the ISB would disagree.
I mean, if they show up
what?
in clone trooper armor, the ISB will point them out right away and be like, well, we need to disappear those.
That's why I bought them close.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they all still look like Toni Morrison.
They all look the same and 50, 70 years old.
Yeah, I get them close. I get them on the ship so we could take them to Ord Mantell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Trokk is all ready to go. The only thing that he would be looking for is like potentially something to like upgrade like his armor or something, but that doesn't necessarily need to be done on Shinigami. That can potentially wait until we get to this place. It sounds like it's kind of more of like an industrial hub. That'd probably be a better selection, easier to find something there.
Yeah, Trokk, if you want, I can upgrade your armor all day long. Just give me a paint stick. I'll change the color.
A paint stick.
Nobody's ever seen a purple orc.
Out of character, real quick, James.
Yeah.
What is the attribute that manages encumbrance?
It's based on brawn.
So I already have 3 there. So damn.
The best way to manage encumbrance is to get either a backpack or utility belt, because they add more encumbrance to you. They give you more stats for encumbrance.
Or just let Trokk carry
can I
your
grab
stuff.
those before we leave?
Yeah, I mean,
Or you have
backpacks
10 grand on Ord Mantell. You can get some cybernetics to get more brawn.
Oh.
I mean, a backpack
Flesh
is
is
very
weak,
easy.
that's all I
It's
heard.
Very easy thing to get.
It is, but Robo Arms let you punch harder and carry more shit and swing your sword cooler. Robo Arms.
You're gonna listen. You're gonna get Trokk excited. You keep talking like that. Stop it.
I mean, that's all above board.
Yeah,
Seren
I
has
know.
no
I had to say it though. I said it for the record. I said that above board.
Well, a backpack costs 50 and adds 4 encumbrance to you.
Okay. I will get a backpack.
All right, let me go into your sheet.
What was the other one? You said a belt or something?
Utility belt. Utility belt adds 2 encumbrance.
You know what? Let me get one of each, please, knights. And what's the cost?
50.
50 for the one.
I'm not sure what the cost.
They're very cheap.
So the 50 for a backpack. Utility belt is 25. Oh, so I only had 1. I only had 1. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. How much is the utility belt?
25.
Okay, I'll take one of those as well.
Yep. If you could throw one of each on me, I'd appreciate it, because I'm probably gonna start finding some random loot shit to pick up.
Yep, sure. I guess we might as well just. Trokk will take one.
Hey,
too,
I can now carry that stun grenade without being overweight.
What is going on?
Trokk is gonna stuff the pouches on the utility belt with like little dried.
He's got beef jerky in there. Who are
He's
you
got jerky
fooling?
pouches. I had jerky pouches.
All right, so are we sideswiping then to the.
I think I don't know.
Traveling?
How do you want to handle interstellar travel? Do I need to make a couple of rolls so we don't jump into a moon?
No, it's fine. It's not like you're under any time pressure, so you can spend time to do whatever the required astrogation. You take off from.
Hang on, real quick.
Yeah.
Before we take off, and we leave Shinigami in the like the docking bay where the ship is. There's little utility service droids, right? Servicing the ship or whatever, and just kind of whatever. Before we board, Trokk is going to take a swing at one of them.
Well, you really want to hit something, don't you?
It was a group of
Ugnaughts. Remember, because you guys, Seren dealt with the Ugnaughts, so you guys didn't have to talk to them.
It wasn't droids, it was Ugnaughts.
Were those Ugnaughts?
Are you gonna swing on some Ugnaughts? Because I'm down with killing some Ugnaughts. I'm really not.
Put
I'm
a
really
random
not.
person in the spaceport?
I'm really not. I just thought it would be funny to say it. Don't listen to me.
Well, I guess first of all, would Trokk get in trouble for potentially smashing one of them?
They're
Probably.
alive. That's murder.
Well, I mean, are they like sentient or like is it?
Yeah,
just, like,
Ugnaughts? Yeah.
or
I
is he
have
just,
spoken.
Like, rough one of them up and just like you know.
They're fully sentient, recognized creatures. It is murder.
What was his name in The Mandalorian? Quill?
Trokk.
So, yeah.
Behave yourself.
Yeah. So Darius literally threw up his hands by the way. He's like, fuck, man.
All right. Well, in that case, he'll just try. He'll like be getting ready to like maybe swing at one of them, and then like he'll kind of like like lunge at him, trying to make him like jump or whatever, intimidation type thing.
Yeah, you just end up shoulder checking a bunch of equipment on the dock that all falls over.
Gotta get his rage out somehow.
Trokk is a bully.
Trokk had his thing.
When Gregor tells you that you're being extra, you are very wrong.
Can you guys just get on the damn ship so we can go?
Alright, so...
Got all the pre-flight done already.
There's only two things that I wanted to do during the flight.
Yeah, well, so I was going to say, so what you've got about 12 days of travel time toward Bantel. So what does your travel look like? Let's do the whole, that's my...
I'm just going to ask one quick question. I already forgot what it was. How often am I expected? I don't remember in Star Wars. Like, I could pretty much just leave the ship on autopilot for, like, 11.8 of those 12 days. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, yeah, in that case, I am just chilling in my quarters / bed bunk. Every now and again, I'll get up and grab some food, and I don't know, maybe I'm watching some Netflix or something. I don't know. Every now and again, I'm looking at Trokk like, why are you swinging your axe like that? Jesus, calm down, Trokk. We're in hyperspace. Nobody's coming to get us. Calm down.
Oh yeah, he's doing like his all, his things too. I mean, I remember at one point, that who was I think it was Seren was just giving him like lift
busy
box.
work.
Yeah.
Put it down for no reason other than to keep you busy.
That's exactly what it was too.
He's like cool. Over in the corner like doing squats periodically, just and then I have to like get like weights or whatever to like put them on there and just gotta stay in shape.
Gotta stay in shape. Ooh, do I get a token?
Do you want a token? I can put a token on the board if you like.
You don't. I mean, sure, why not? In case I decide, in case I need to chase Trokk around because he's.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's any walls here, so you can walk out into space if you want to. But yeah.
So.
Embrace hyperspace.
I'm taking that. I'm taking that bunk right there. Get out.
Yeah, that was your bunk, and this one was mine.
Yeah, I know we've established it before, but Trokk had taken over at least part of the cargo hold, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we got to figure out where the
something in there.
Where the troopers at?
We'll probably put them in the main cargo bay.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. Earlier, I said this. I established this. People are not cargo, mate. Okay, that might have been a really bad reference back to Pirates of the Caribbean, but whatever. Also, I feel a little bit dirty for throwing mate at James. Like, it's not my word to use. At any rate, before I violate some sort of international peace treaty, somebody please tell me to shut up.
But Seren wants to, I think most of this trip, Seren wants to work on the computer to see if she can get anything else out of that transmission.
All right.
She also wants to analyze the signal heading to Aylin's datapad to see to sort of get ready for when we're at Ord Mantell to see if there's any way to try to triangulate.
Okay.
In her relaxation and off time from working that, she's probably going to spend, if they're okay with it, hanging out with the clone troopers.
Well, I was going to say, so the clones spend most of their time lost puppying you around the ship.
That's a bird now. I've done it so. Puppy.
I'd probably get like a pad or something so I can do the work in the cargo bay with them, so I can just
yeah, because they have a lot of questions. Like if they're going to rejoin Galactic Society after 20 years, they have a lot of questions for you about, what to expect, where to go. So, you end up teaching a few classes in
proper etiquette.
Yeah, exactly.
She's
Um,
she's very invested in trying to get them like on a fulfilling path. So she is more than happy to answer any of their questions about basically anything, even the stuff she won't tell the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give me a computer's roll for this transmission? It's going to be against what do you know? It's going to be against 4 purple.
Is this for the pirate signal?
The pirate signal, yes.
Okay.
Probably the first thing you notice is that there's a watermark in the bottom that says your trial has expired.
It won't let you do anything until you upgrade your package or resubscribe.
No, I was implying that the pirates were using a trial software that expired.
Can I argue?
I am going to make it known to everybody on the crew and in the clone troopers that if anybody wants to challenge me to holo chess, I'm available.
All right.
Okay. What is that game called? I forget.
Dejarik.
Dejarik, that's it.
Yeah.
Can I argue a blue die for using the ship's computer to help me with this?
Yep, you can. Didn't you also buy slicing tools?
I was gifted slicing tools.
Yeah.
We have them, so I don't remember who has them.
I have them.
You do?
Slicing gear, yeah.
Can I take a blue for my slicing tools too?
Yes, you can.
And because we have a lot, I will spend a light side point.
All right.
Yes.
Great.
Join the dark side. Oh.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was very unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
So I'm going to say for the threat, you have applied 1 point of strain to the transmission, so to speak. So if you accumulate 3 total strain, then you've lost the transmission you've got basically entirely.
You accidentally delete the file.
Yeah, because you're trying to go through and like clean up bad compression, and so so effectively, eventually, if you keep getting a threat, you will screw up the transmission entirely. But for this go at it, you have been unsuccessful. I'm happy for you to try again. It's just that there is a risk of failure in terms of getting more threat before you get enough successes.
I mean, why not?
Nobody else is going to try this.
Yeah, I was gonna say we already have intel to go as far as like where to go and directions on who to talk to. Like,
I'll give it one.
Oh no! Oh shit! Go. This is that repeating signal, wasn't it?
No. This is the pirate one.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. I'll give it a second go.
Yep.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, so once again, you've degraded the transmission a bit, so you've only it's almost gone now, but you have managed to sort of clean up some of what you can see. So there's 2 things that you note in what you can see in the cleaned up transmission. The first is that there is a slightly different variation in the mask of the Pirate Queen shown here versus the one you saw on Telecami, to the point that you would say that this mask also has a functional breathing mask application to it, right? Whereas the other mask was purely just a facial covering that might have had some enhanced sensors. This one definitely incorporates. It is hermetically sealed and includes breathing apparatus as well.
Okay.
The second thing you note is that the background of the where she was filming from, now that you clean up a bit, you work out it's actually a ship, not a building, and you believe, and probably you're one of the only ones that's old enough or goes back far enough to really recall this. It looks like the interior of a Consular class light space cruiser, which for those Star Wars nerds among us is the red ship from the very start of the Phantom Menace, which gets destroyed after it drops off the Jedi on the Trade Federation station.
It was never here. I don't know what you're talking about. 2 Jedi?
Nope. Do I think that I could get more out of this, or do I feel like I've basically cleaned it up?
Look, at the end of the day, only a triumph now would get you any more information.
Okay, I'm going to leave it alone then.
Yeah.
and I imagine this process, because of the reroll, or not reroll, but doing it again, is probably over a couple of days. So at some point, I'm going to just poke my head in on Seren, who I imagine is ingratiated in what's the word? Embedded with the clone troopers in the cargo bay. And I'm just like, hey, find anything on that thing yet?
Mm,
Please tell me you found something.
whoever,
I'm bored already.
I mean, for something that might mean something to you, the this mask is part of the helmet, a sealed helmet.
Hmm.
So
Environmental or
maybe
racial? Not racial. What's the word I would have used for different species?
it's environmentally sealed.
Right. So because of the environment, or is it because the species doesn't? Well, I guess that's actually the same thing at the end of
I
the day.
mean, I couldn't tell you if it was to make it more comfortable to live somewhere or if it's to be sealed against vacuum or both.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What I will say is the audio distortion you got was a factor of the mask, not of the transmission. So they didn't record her normal voice and then change it with software. The mask was producing distorted voice.
Ah, yes, just like in the Acolyte, his voice was significantly different without the mask.
But yeah, I mean, the helmet has a voice modulator on it of some kind. So even walking amongst whoever's wearing this particular helmet, they walk amongst their own, they're hiding their own voice. There's a great deal of secrecy within their own organization.
I'm gonna make a couple sandwiches. You want one?
You gonna bring enough for all of us?
I look around and I'm like, I'm gonna make several sandwiches. Would you like one?
Yes, please.
Regarding the other thing with the repeating transmission, so there's no roll required now, but you know what you want to do when you reach Ord Mantell to make the roll to do some. I mean, normally you require 3 points to triangulate, but you can certainly improve your knowledge of the situation once you reach Ord Mantell with a roll at that point in time.
Was that out of character?
Firmly establish a profile for the second point of the triangulation.
Out of character, was that signal also originating from Ord Mantell? I don't remember.
We don't know where the other one's coming from. That's what I want to find out.
Got it. Okay.
I also haven't told you about it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's why I asked out of characters. I couldn't remember if Feylon actually knew about that other signal. I have in my notes about the signal, but I don't remember if I know that, or he knows that rather. Yeah, I'll just go make a handful of meat and cheese sandwiches with. I'm gonna make sure Trokk is nowhere near because I know he's gonna skip somebody's meat. That sounds really bad the way I said that, but he's gonna snack somebody's meat right off of their sandwich. That still sounds horrible. You know where I'm going with this, damn it.
But Trokk will definitely take up Gregor's offer to play some hollow chess at some point during the 10-day or whatever voyage.
All right, so why don't we here with the dice decide who wins hollow chess?
Oh yeah.
So let's do this as so. First off, is either person trying to cheat?
You can
I don't
cheat
think
at
Trokk
hollow
would
chess?
know enough about it to cheat. Well,
Yeah, he just hacked the program.
Not know.
How do you think Chewie won all those fights? I'm just kidding.
That's true. If he doesn't know the rules, I think he would maybe cheat
the game.
So yes, Trokk would probably cheat, but not like intentionally trying to cheat, so that he doesn't know the rules cheat. Like, oh, my knight just kills your king type thing. Because I say it does.
Nothing intentional, just incompetence.
Yes.
Okay, so you can roll your choice of law or warfare. If you want to cheat, you can supplement skullduggery for one of those.
Lore or warfare?
Well, I'm the same in all of them, so yeah, it doesn't matter. I think I'll just, for Trokk's sake, I'll roll warfare.
Okay.
Because that's what he would understand. What's any kind of difficulty, or is it just an opposed?
It's just an opposed roll. So in terms of roll with no difficulty.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
3 successes.
Power play.
The challenge.
Trokk like a Russian chess master over here.
It's very similar to a game that Trandoshans play.
Ooh.
No.
So the Trokk does win the first game. I'm going to say, Gregor, your advantage is that if you do end up playing again, you'll get a blue dice against Trokk because he's definitely got some tells.
You notice his cheating that isn't cheating, but yet it's still very uncool. And you're like, motherfucker, I'm watching you this time.
We can do best out of 3.
All right,
All right.
give me another roll then. All right, so you're rolling again, and Gregor, you're getting a blue dice this time. Okay, to make it interesting.
Put some money on it. Trokk, if you beat him, I will let you have the next meat and cheese sandwich with no questions asked.
Oh.
He's like, sure, but hold the cheese and the bread.
And the bread, yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh, that's too advanced. I read that wrong.
Oh, okay. So Gregor has definitely smashed Trokk in the second game. So it looks like we're gonna go to the final game. So
Come on, Trokk, you got this. Beat him.
Yep.
He doesn't know what he's
So
doing.
with your two successes, with your 2 advantage, you can also pick up a blue dice. So you're each rolling a 2 green and a blue now for this
All right.
the third game.
Oh,
Oh, it's a strong roll.
let's see.
Looks like Gregor won.
Yeah, Gregor wins. Trokk, no sandwich. And Feylon literally says that as he watches, because maybe like halfway through the second match, he starts watching. And at the end of the third, he's like, sorry, buddy, no sandwich. And I will literally walk off cold mic drop.
Yeah, I think by the end of the third match, like all the clone troopers in there as well, you know, because like I imagine like just it takes like a good hour to play a game.
Yeah.
Especially because you two are but like not that experienced, so it's not like it's like full on chess clock back and forth.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times one of them makes a move and the other one's like, that's not a legal move. And then there's like a 5-minute conversation amongst everybody about, no, that's legal if you do it on this planet. No, not on this planet. Listen, that's not the official rule.
Is Seren the rules arbitrator for this?
I also feel like there's got to be some option with the giant boards where you can skip the animation, which Gregor wants to do, but Trokk's like, no, I want to see every little animation of like
every execution or whatever. Yeah.
Dismemberment.
Yes. Never skip the animations. And at the end, Trokk will take like a hand swipe through the hologram pieces, you know, because he can't flip the table, so he just tries to, you know.
He's mad because Feylon literally just said, well, sucks to be you, no sandwich, and trots off.
Yeah.
Back into his room.
All right. So after your nearly 2 weeks, let me do exit hyperspace to Ordmantel.
Ooh, let me get this on the video this time because I missed the other translation. There we go. I got it on stream. You're welcome, chat. Oh, we got New World too.
That is so
put
cool.
that up there too.
Hey, we're on Ordmantel.
That's so pretty. That's so pretty. I think actually Feylon is sitting in the pilot seat. He's like, oh, that's so pretty. So much better looking than that last place.
Are you a fan of volcanoes?
From a safe distance, yeah.
In slightly but not dangerously caustic air?
I mean, we've got rebreathers, right?
Yeah. You might look a little out of place wearing one, though.
But I can breathe, right?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Then, yeah, I'm fine. I just grab my rebreather.
It is classified as a breathable atmosphere.
Classified.
I mean, all atmosphere is breathable, just not for some.
It's just not for everybody.
It's like, yeah, all mushrooms are edible. Some are edible once.
Exactly. As we approach the planet, I guess I'll be looking at the comms and trying to figure out if I need to, like, I imagine since this is a busy place, that I'll need like flight clearance or landing clearance or something.
So you start to make your way down towards Worldport. So once you sort of clear the clouds, and the clouds are those sort of like yellowish acid rain type clouds, and you start flying across the surface of Ordmantel. The first thing you notice is like the prevalence of junkyards, just like city-sized places just filled with the detritus of crashed ships, of military equipment, of just general rubbish and refuse, and clearly, like every single community of junkyard has like people like little sort of houses built on them for the people to go through and salvage what they can. There's like a monorail system that connects the various massive junkyards to the various actual cities, and nice. I've even got a sorry.
No, go ahead. I just say glorious.
Yeah.
It's bringing back some memories of a third world country that I was in once.
Oh yes, so there's a picture of what Worldport actually, sort of looks like as you're approaching.
Oh, it's a more industrialized version of Tatooine.
Yeah. With more pollution.
And a little bit of green.
Tatooine.
Sorry?
I was just making Forge World Tatooine.
Yeah. You get like a communication comes through from the planetary air traffic control. Attention, ship Feylon's Folly. You're looking for landing clearance to Worldport, yes?
Yes. Hello there. Just need a place to set her down. We're going to need some cleaning and some servicing.
All right. You are cleared through to Docking Bay 11 at the eastern edge of Morrow Spaceport. I recommend once landing, you take steps to secure your ship. There should be private personnel on site to assist with this. Welcome to Ord Mantell.
Why would I need... You know what? Okay, I'll figure it out when I get on the ground. Docking port 11 at Morristown. Whatever you said. How are you? I had to do it. I had to do it.
Seren just rolls her eyes in your co-pilot seat like
I can see Darius is over there. He is rolling his eyes right. It's like, Jesus Christ.
You just can't help yourself, Feylon, can you?
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
I think when he says that, he looks over at Seren and like he's doing this intentionally, of course. He just does a very sharp bank and then rights the ship again. Just to prove a point. What are you talking about?
Well, Seren is sitting in the co-pilot seat. Everybody else is just doing other stuff while you tip the ship.
Trokk like rolls over in his hammock or whatever.
You take the ship to the recommended docking bay, and as you're landing, you can see there are no workers coming out to offer to service the ship. No Ugnaughts like before, even droids. It looks the port you're going into for the most part looks abandoned, pretty much. Like your skids have just touched the ground when your comlink lights up with a private call incoming.
Seren, you want to take that call while I go figure out what's going on with the, I don't know, service?
Hello.
All right. You're unfortunately okay. Hey, it's good timing. V said she was sending a group of professionals. I didn't expect you'd be so on time. I'm Janda. I'm the consortium's contact here on Ord Mantell.
It's a pleasure to meet.
Yeah,
Perhaps
meeting as much as we is now.
Perhaps we should do so in person to discuss the details.
No. I'm way too busy, but I've got the next steps all organized for you. I've managed to set up a meet between you guys and a guy by the name of Illo Vanden. He's a big shot gambler in town who knows things, and he'll help you guys out in finding what you need to find if you scratch his back. If you take my meaning.
I do.
Good. Well, I'm going to send you an address. It's in the Jewel District, city's richest neighborhood. It's locked down tighter than a wart's backside, but I'll have someone waiting at the gates for you with a pass. Anyway, I got other business to get to, so good luck to you.
Ask him about a hotel recommendation.
I would like to sleep on the ship to make sure we still have a ship.
I don't mean for us.
I would like to roll discipline to see against against a possible deception during the call. Make sure everything we just got was on the up and up.
Yeah, sure. Give me a discipline check. Roll it against a red and 2 purple.
Sure, why not?
Yep, you're not sure.
Okay. Well, we have a meeting.
I have gone down the ramp and I'm stepping off the ship. I've got one hand on my pistol, not drawing it, just resting there, kind of looking around like, gas?
Yeah, so first off, the air smells like gas. Like, it's just that there is that distinct fossil fuel refinery smell.
My favorite smell of all. Smells like the back end of a starport.
As you look around, like emerging from a pile of crates nearby. It looks like they're empty crates. Someone's basically unloaded crates and just dumped the empty crates on the docking bay here, basically.
Sounds legit.
Figure arrives, which is a lanky-looking droid that's been painted in a sort of splotched camouflage scheme and has like a slung blaster carbine over his shoulder, and he's approaching you.
Hey, can I get some service? Need some fuel? Maybe a cleanup? You're not going to shoot me with that thing, are you?
This unit is JR-12. Offer, security, fee, reasonable. Vessel safety, guaranteed.
Curious. I'll get back to you on that. What do I got to do to get some gas in this thing? Fuel. I'm going to say fuel, not gas.
It just shrugs at you.
Right. Okay. Stay here, JR-12? Is that what you said?
Appellation, correct. Affirmation, correct.
Right. Stay here. I'll be right back. And I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to go straight to Seren. I'm like, so, funny thing. Maybe we should hire the clone troopers to be our security. I feel like we've spent 12 days with them and they haven't killed us. We haven't killed them. We're probably going to get along just fine. I would trust them long before I trust that metal thing with a weapon outside.
I could talk to them, maybe offer this as free accommodation for the time that we're here.
Yeah.
So they have time to figure out their plans.
Sounds like a plan. I'm going to go tell that robot to walk away. And then I'm going to go back outside and I'm going to say, hey, JR-12.
It looks at you.
We appreciate your offer. We're going to politely and respectfully decline.
Response noted. Observation. Possibility of vessel damage increased. Have a nice day. He turns around and walks away.
I think I'm actually just sitting there staring at it as it walks away. For the one time, my Feylon is just like, I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. And he just goes back into the ship and he's like, all right, Seren, you say something like a meeting?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go grab the other guys and see if we can maybe set up some sort of perimeter or something. Where's that?
If you want to gather the other two up at the Dajar table, I'll talk to the clones and then meet you guys there.
All right, that sounds.
Give you some time to wrangle Trokk.
What's wrangling? I have meat. Come with me. And I walk away, shaking my head. It's like I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Wrangle the Trandoshan. And I literally stop in the galley and I grab a piece of beef jerky, like a big one, and I'll be like, Trokk, come on, man. Where's Gregor?
Trokk is definitely not going to try to intimidate the droid with the carbine rifle, but he'll see if there's any smaller droids that he can intimidate.
Not in the docking bay itself.
No, Trokk, over here. Seren's gonna do something, and then she's gonna come in and tell us about something. Where's Gregor? I mean, it's not a very big ship. Jesus, he's not gonna say Jesus Christ.
I appear pretty much out of nowhere.
Good Lord, man, stop that! It's a small ship. How the hell do you even pull that off? What are you, like, dark side or something? God, just here.
No, I'm stealthy.
Very, very sneaky. Got it.
Not my fault you didn't notice me walking up.
So, could I get everybody to make me an underworld roll against 3 purple, by the way, as well?
Underworld.
3 purple?
3 purple,
yep,
he says.
Yeah.
This is not foreboding at all. 3 purple. Whoops. Everybody's dice just gets in the way of me pushing buttons. Fuck, I failed it. That's the second underworld failure. What the shit?
Alright.
It's everybody but you.
Oh my god, the dark side is strong with me.
Alright, so Seren, Gregor, and Trokk have each heard the name Elo Vander before. Vanden. As far as you know, he is a famous gambler, like a famous card player. One of those ones that's like become so wealthy from his gaming that he's now sort of retired, and people seek him out to teach them how to become better players, basically.
All right.
Cool. So I will give the clones 7,000 credits. I tell it's not a payment or anything. It's just to help them out. But we would appreciate it if, while they're piecing together their plan, if they'd be willing to stay on our ship, so we can make sure we still have a ship.
Yep, that's fine. They're happy to stay there and guard while you're on the planet.
What was the name of the gambler guy?
Illo Van Din. Yeah. ILLO and then VANDIN. With two says Seren, you believe he's a Herglick.
What is a Herglick?
They're sort of a very how would you describe a Herglick? They're a large race. They look sort of like I've got a picture one for you. Put it into
Look like a humanoid
Discord.
slug.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. No, not like that. More like formed pudding with blowholes.
There you go. Put it in Discord.
They look kind of like whales.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
What
think
are we
we've
looking
seen
at?
one of those before in our Discord chat. I think we've seen one of those in one of the Star Wars shows or movies or something. I can't think of where.
I don't think ever appeared in live action.
Is that the Elo Vanden guy?
No, that's just a general picture of a Herglick.
Oh,
But
But
okay.
I've included a human for size comparison.
That doesn't look like a human.
No, there's a human in there
yeah,
for
he's
scale.
not a human. He's a Herglick.
There's a human in there for scale. You know, like when you put a toaster in there to show how big a truck is.
Yeah, normally humans don't have wings.
Do they have wings?
Right, I mean, it's just I think it's I don't know whether that's actual wings or it's just part of the dress.
It's a
I've
Halloween
seen that picture
costume,
before,
come
but I can't remember if I think it's from one of the RPGs. I can't remember what it. But I don't know if any winged humanoid races like that that look like humans in Star Wars.
Okay.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard for us to spot him out. If memory serves, he's very wealthy, and he's a Herglick.
What is a
All right.
Herglick? Feylon is trying. He's not sure if he's saying it right, so it feels like it's a heavy word in his mouth, and he's just like Herglick. Herglick? Am I saying that right?
Sarah gives like a basic description.
Okay. Because clearly, for someone who's an interstellar pilot, he's not gotten around the galaxy a whole lot. Because he doesn't know shit about the underworld anywhere near Ord Mantell.
But our contact has apparently set up somebody to meet us at the entrance to the Jewel District to give us a pass to go in, so we can, not be arrested for trespassing in the district. So that we can try to meet with him. But he's not. Our meeting there is not a prepaid meeting. We will have to negotiate our own way to getting that information.
So Jander has given us this meeting, and we have to figure out everything else beyond that meeting. Is that what I'm hearing?
He's given us an opportunity to walk in the front door. We have to find a way to get what we need out of him.
Okay. Well, we've never had to deal with that before, right? He says that very, very sarcastically.
Well, he is wealthy. So we can expect that he'll probably have better security than a cripple. A drunkard cripple. So perhaps a conversational extract. And given where we are, there might be an exchange of service that's requested, just to give you some ideas for this negotiation.
Sounds like you will be the talky talk. I'll be the shooty shoe.
I'm a terrible people person.
Have you seen you in action?
I'm just saying.
Well,
I can give you ideas to work with, but I'm not.
I think Feylon does one of those. He looks around at the three of the three of you. He looks at Gregor, he looks at Trokk, and then he looks back at Seren, and he's like, "I think you're our best shot." You don't
Try
want me
sitting there with a
talking.
big
You've said this
smile and he's
as
got his
much.
axe.
No, look, I'll help you. But you, as much as you open your big fat mouth, sometimes you
My
just have a
mouth
way
is
with
not
people.
fat, thank you very much.
I will help you, but some people find you endearing. So
Your
I think
mouth
you're
is
gonna
Why
have
fat.
to
anybody would ever think
this
I'm...
negotiation.
I don't know why anybody would ever think I'm a nuisance.
Do you want my help or not?
If you want me to do the talky talk, I need your help.
Then I will help.
What about you two? As I throw another piece of beef jerky to Trokk.
Choppy chop.
Choppy chop, is that what you're calling your axe? That's cute. I don't think that's going to help us much until the shooting starts. Once the shooting starts, chop away, my friend. Chop away.
Well, whenever you need me, you have my axe.
Oh God.
So degenerated into nothing but puns and comic relief and fucking cultural pop references.
But it would probably make you look better to have an entourage of two violent-looking individuals to show you're important
You're not
enough to have
violent
your own
looking.
security.
Oh, you meant Gregor. I apologize.
Yes,
And
the two
me.
of them.
Well, Trokk, sleeping, you look dangerous, okay?
It shows that you entering this negotiation have enough going for yourself that you can have security. I think it'll help your position.
So you want me to put on the I'm more important than you air. You are my entourage, and I lead this investigation into finding where the Pirate Queen is. And somehow not blow my cover, and somehow not get us all shot and left for carrion feed in the ditches.
I mean, just go to it imagining that the three of us work for you and negotiating from that kind of position.
Yeah, this is going to go swimmingly. All right.
Do you want me to take the lead?
No, I think I got this. I think I can do this. I have no idea.
I mean, we're not trying to threaten him. We're trying to negotiate with him.
Yes, I'll leave.
I'm trying to threaten him.
Yes, we know, Trokk. We know.
Well, you want to be scary. You don't want to say scary.
I love how we have to talk to Trokk like he's a fucking kid. We literally lead him along with pieces of fresh meat and talk to him like he's a child until we need the asshole Trokk to come out and just smash him with a vibro axe. I fucking love it, man. All right. Do we have a time, or is this just?
No,
Go-
it just said to head to the Jewel District to meet with Ilo Vandan.
All right, well, I'm
How
gonna.
far away is that district?
You're able to use the console here and the connection to the data net, the holonet, whatever it is, to pick up some basic information about the city. So it's too far to walk.
Ooh, do
Like, you
take
probably
the
have to
monorail?
it's like get a cab. It's in the same town. It's in the same city you're in.
I
Basically.
can drive us. We just need
Yeah,
to
but-
rent a
Speeder.
speeder.
Yeah.
I do have drive planetary or piloting planetary.
How much would it cost for him to rent a speeder?
200 credits a day.
Okay.
Think we can handle that. All right, well, I'm gonna grab my.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna-
there's 4 of us. That's 50 apiece.
I'm gonna go into. Excuse me. I'm gonna go into my ship locker. I'm gonna grab my stun grenade, because that's probably like the only thing I have other than maybe extra meat snacks for the Trokk, or for Trandoshan, I should say. I'll grab my stun grenade, stick it in my utility belt, make sure my pistol's got a full charge. I'll be like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go, entourage.
Okay. You go and find a place you can hire a land speeder for the day, and you set off. Now, for me personally, the worst city in the world I've been for traffic was Kuala Lumpur, and I think that's how I envision the streets of Worldport. It is just constant horns being blown, people not giving right of way, pedestrians just walking out in front of moving traffic. So I would like Gregor to give me a piloting planetary roll against 2 purple with 2 black.
Oh my. Oh my.
With 2 black?
Yeah.
See if we commit any
Trokk,
hover vehicle
calm down. We
homicide
haven't
on
hit
the way
anybody
there.
yet, man. It's not roadkill yet.
Apologize.
Hang on a
Apologies
second.
Apologies for any Kuala Lumpurians or Malaysians who listen to this show.
I can almost guarantee you there are no Kuala Lumpurans or Malaysians watching right now.
In 10 years when you blow up and you become a big
I know,
YouTube
right?
star, and all these
That's when I'm gonna get
global
the hate
audience
mail.
is going to go
Yeah,
through the backlog
yeah.
of your shows, and they're going to be like, "Why did he say this 10 years ago? What an ass!"
You'll be running for Senate or something, you know.
At 50 something?
10 years ago when you
What do you-
disparaged.
Yeah, would you
I'm gonna
please
use
tell your
Touch of Fate.
constituent?
Okay, so give 2 blue.
Yep.
Please tell your constituents what your problem with Malaysia is.
Apparently their traffic sucks. Oh shit, we hit somebody.
Okay, look, there's no threat there, so I'm just going to say it takes a long time. Like you're safe enough to avoid any sort of collisions and damaging your land speeder. It's just that, like, it's never clear when you should have right of way or when you should go. So it just takes longer than it would otherwise take to drive across town. But once you're sort of in sight of the dual district, like the place improves substantially. And the dual district is like a walled district within the city, which is clearly like every single entrance to the district has manned checkpoints, and it's there's no vehicle traffic in the dual district, so you've basically got to find like a parking plaza to dump the land speeder off and then head to one of the entrances, or at least the one you were told to go to. And once you are getting close, a young man wearing coveralls, a human man, sort of like emerges from the crowd and shoves a data card towards the person in front, which is probably going to be Feylon or Seren. Yeah,
it's gonna be Feylon.
Yeah, and just sort of says the nod. It's from Janda.
I'm gonna take the card, but like facially, I'm not gonna. I think there might be like a twitch, but like he's like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be playing somebody else. So now I'm an actor playing an actor, playing a character. You're welcome, Kane.
He quickly walks off. So it's some sort of like security pass card. So think of it almost like the sort of thing you use to like ride public transport. Like it's
like a bus card or something.
Yeah, on the back of it, it has all the rules of the dual district,
and there's super fine print, I'm sure.
Yeah, which are like quite extensive. Like any sort of any failure to observe the rules may result in expulsion or arrest. Now, it does indicate that normally weapons can't be carried into the dual district, but apparently the card you've got is actually like it represents a personal invitation from Illo Vanden. And so that rule has been waived for you, but you can carry weapons into the districts as long as they're not restricted. But once again, you are any sort of social faux pas you commit will reflect badly on Vanden. So you're cautioned to behave and be on your best behavior, basically. And what's more, the pass is only valid for 6 hours from the point you enter the dual district.
I think as we're going through, and I'm waiting for everyone to get through this gate or what have you, so I imagine there's some sort of check, but as we're going through...
There's a bunch of guards wearing yellow laminate armor checking the passes, basically.
Yeah. I think at one point, I'm sitting there waiting for everyone to get through, and I'm looking through the back of this, and there's like, oh my god, this is so many words. And I'm picking up like every 4th or 5th word, and then I see that one about be on your best behavior, otherwise this reflects poorly on Vanden. And I'm just like, okay, so if we cause problems, Vanden takes the bill. So let's use that information appropriately. All right, everybody good?
Yeah. Card, please.
Sure. And I will hand the card off.
And I will present it to the security checkpoint.
All right. They check it. All right. This all seems right. So remember, you have 6 hours from now. If you are still in the dual district when the card expires, you will be detained, secured, searched, and removed from the district. Please have a nice day.
And Feylon somehow manages to find it within himself to not make a smart-ass comment through that entire process.
Given the time we have, we should probably make good use of it and head straight there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
The Jewel District is everything that the rest of Worldport is not. It's clean, it's well maintained. There are elaborate machines used to filter the smog. So although you can still see it above you in the spires, there's no sort of like smell down here at the street. There's no graffiti. There's no general filth. It is quite a nice area, at least nicer than anywhere you've been so far on Tatooine or Silicami. This is almost like inner rim type quality. Often, people there are plenty of foot traffic. There's no vehicle traffic here, and people sort of give you odd looks because you don't look like the sort of regular clientele of the Jewel District. But no one sort of accosts you or anything. They just give you more curious glances. Like I wonder what they're doing here, for example.
And why has he got a pistol on his thigh?
Yeah, very few people here appear to be armed. Although most houses or estates have armed guards up the front.
Okay.
Vanden's estate is about a quarter mile from where you first come in, so it's only a short walk. And it is a large mansion-like building with it's of stone columns carved to represent various marine shapes, black wrought iron fences, two human guards in black coats in front of the estate gardens, who sort of look at you as you approach.
Well, this is Van Din's estate. Hello, gentlemen. I am here to see Van Din. Elo Van Din.
May I see your security pass, please, sir?
Gregor,
Right
if you
here.
please. And I'll show it to him. And Feylon is struggling right now to keep this act going, by the way. But he's holding it together.
Have a look, and one of them pulls out a comm link and says, "We've got guests for Master Vanden here at the gate." And a moment later, two more guards come out from the building and open the gate for you all to come inside. You're escorted into the building. The first you notice when you go to the building is that the temperature of the air changes substantially. Whereas outside it's quite sort of warm and dusty. In here it is cool, but it's got that sort of moistness to the air as such. It's like it's actually quite pleasant. It's almost like when they have those machines that sprinkle or spray water at bars to help you sort of cool down in the summer heat.
Yeah.
There's moisture in the air, but you don't feel wet. You just feel cooled nicely. The house is massive. It's all sweeping staircases, works of art, lots of aquariums. Like we have like the aquariums built into the wall with all manner of sea creature. There is definitely a very sort of oceanic theme to everything here, and eventually you are led through to a large office area with a big wooden desk and some seating areas, lots of bric-a-brac. So books on shelves, various sculptures on tables.
I stop at one point and I look at Trokk. I don't say anything, but I look at him, I look at his axe, and then I look back at his eyes, and I just shake my head. And then I catch back up with the guy escorting us.
Master Van Din will be with you shortly. Please wait here.
Thank you.
Because we did it before, could I, for giggles, make a roll to see if I know her lease?
Sure. I'm going to say it's going to be a 4 purple, though.
How do you spell the race of this creature? Person?
Herglic.
Hey! Herglic!
I'm going to say, so with threat, you speak tourist Herglic. So you can order a meal at a Herglic restaurant. You can get a cab. You can deal with it, but you can't have a full-on conversation with a Herglic at their regular speaking pace.
You speak what I tend to call standard formal. You have to spend many months on the streets to learn casual.
So I'll look at Feylon and I'll say, if you say this is basically hello. So you can be very polite.
I think we have like a flashback to like Seren as like a young Padawan with her master meeting like a Herglic emissary group, and has been like schooled with like, okay, these are the things this is how you greet them officially in their language. This is the things to expect, and just that sort of that base level diplomat style training right before meeting with a new society.
And I pass on how to say hello diplomatically.
Feylon definitely makes
And
note
you've
of
probably
it.
never seen a Herglick since then.
Yeah, that was the last time. You're like, wait, I remember that.
About probably 10 minutes later, the door to the room opens up, and in comes a 9 foot tall, bulky, round humanoid dressed in a fine blue suit with a matching short cape. I've got a picture here. His skin is sort of dark grey and hairless and sort of has a moisture about it. He's walking alongside one of his guards, and as he sees you all, he sort of flashes like a really toothy smile with those with those tusks in the bottom that sort of have like an underbite. And he goes, he turns to the guard and goes, we must have some of type as associates here, do we? Very good, thank you. And he sort of shoots the guard off. And he comes in and sort of offers a hand to somebody.
Yeah, Feylon will step forward and reach for the hand, and at the same time, he will say hello in Herglickese as best as he possibly can, based on the 2 seconds of instruction that Seren gave him.
Yeah. Right. He sort of looks at you, huh? And then he bursts into like really belly laughter, and like to the point he's got to sort of like lean over, hands on his knees to sort of calm himself down. It's like, oh, I haven't heard my language in many years. It's interesting that look, good on you for the attempt, young man.
Did I even get close? I feel like
no, I knew what you were saying. Yes, very good, very good. Now, anyway, let's get down to business, shall we? Yes, and he indicates towards the chairs.
Yes, please, let's.
Now, there's like clearly like one giant sick bay for his bulk.
Yeah.
That he sort of like plops into with almost like a sort of like a wet sound as he plops into it. Now I know who you are. I know who you're working for. The information was all passed to me by Jander, and I've been able to deduce most of what you're here for. I understand that you want the Queen, don't you? Is that why you're here?
Yes, that's exactly why we're here. Apparently she's been causing problems, and we've been tasked with solving those problems.
Ah, very good. Well, I can tell you how to find her, but before I do so, I need a favor. Something that you can do for me. Shouldn't take long. Don't expect you'll find it difficult or egregious.
I think there's a slight smirk as Feylon just looks over at Seren and goes, "Slight favor."
Like Seren said before we showed up.
Yep.
Also of note, Seren would have mentioned to you before we left the ship to never mention anything about his size. Just don't do not make any size comments.
You really want Feylon to fuck this up, don't you?
No,
he's already looking like, up at him, and then you're like, "Don't say anything about his size. I can't help mole.
At the mention of doing a favor, Trokk will just sigh again and say, "Scope creep." He has no idea what it means, but he just knows when something, it's like the old bait and switch or whatever. Not bait and switch, but the expanding of the what was originally supposed to happen.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, this guy doesn't work for the consortium. Like the consortium's getting information from him, but he wants something in exchange.
He wants something out of it too.
That's it. So I don't think you'll find it difficult or egregious, but I will need you to do something for me first.
Well, I'm not a fan of agreeing to an idea before knowing what the idea is.
Yeah, of course. Well, there's actually 2 things I need, but you can only have to do one. You can choose the one you like. The first one involves fixing a fight here in Worldport. The second one relies on your delivery of a package to a work camp in the Scraplands. Which one of those tickles your fancy?
As a mention of a fight, Trokk definitely smiles.
I bet
Big grin.
Tell me about these Scraplands. Clean or not clean? As I speak to me as though I've never been on this planet before.
Well, there are many large scrapyard communities, many of which uh, include employees of mine. I simply have a package that must be taken out to one of the scrap yards and delivered to a contact there. Quite simple.
Mm-hmm. And this fight, you need someone to end the match early?
Well, I look. I love betting on fights. I do, and sometimes I like to put a few thousand credits in, makes it that much sweeter. But sometimes I do like to ensure that my bet's actually going to count, especially when I'm rooting for the underdog. So there is a particular fighter who has been very successful in the tournament of late. I would like her still to fight, but I need her to lose. So whether that involves, you know, dealing her a significant, though not career-ending injury before the fight, or finding some way to intervene in the fight, I leave that up to the likes of you. What I don't want is her to be dead or permanently removed, because I have made money from her in the past.
Yes, Trokk.
I'm trying so hard not to. Like, I just imagine in my head the three of you are like seated not necessarily behind Feylon, but like off to the sides, not in direct line of view. So it's just me and her and Van Din. And I'm just picturing in the back of my head, Trokk is bouncing like an excited kid on the morning of Christmas. The idea of a fight, and I'm just fighting the urge to not look back at him.
Trokk. Trokk in these sort of meetings, he's usually not seated. He's usually standing off, like as you said, to the side somewhere, someplace where if like trouble comes in, he can be in a position to respond to it. But yeah, at the mention of a fight, the whole time he's been kind of like rocking back and forth on his feet, and just kind of big grin on his face, and he's resisting the urge to say something. I might have to make a roll here if James is gonna.
I'm okay with you making a roll, but I'm not the game master, so.
All right, Trokk will just burst out. We'll take the fight.
Trokk, no. Hold on a minute.
No, I said we'll take the fight.
I heard you. Hold on a minute. Don't argue with me. And then I'll turn back to Van Din and say, I think I'm going to need a moment to discuss with my entourage here. And when I say entourage, I start to look back towards Trokk to make sure he catches my meaning. And then I look back to Van Din. Could you possibly give us just a couple minutes to discuss this amongst ourselves?
Oh, he like taps around his coat, and then pulls out like a couple of like little earphone things and sticks them into the holes in the side of his head. He's got like little ear holes, and he sort of sits back with his eyes closed, like running his giant thumbs.
He stuffs it inside some sausages. Look, I turn around. Wait, I know. Fight. I know. What do you two say? And I'm speaking kind of quietly because I don't trust his little earphones to actually be that sound canceling.
You really want to deliver a package instead of see a fight?
You know how many times packages have started a fight?
My concern is whether or not you can do that without accidentally killing this fighter.
You said axe. That's amazing. Feylon did say that, by the way.
If we deliver a package out in the scrapyards, undoubtedly there will be people who want to steal it. And those people, we don't have to not kill them.
I agree. Not that I want to go on a murder rampage. And I'm looking directly at Trokk when I say murder rampage. I'm not afraid to kill him. I didn't wake up today choosing violence, okay? Trokk.
My only question about either of those is we don't know what kind of security this fighter has, and we don't know if he has this package or if we're going to have to liberate it to deliver it.
If we have to liberate it, Trokk will just be the happier. Not that that's a primary motivator in my life.
Sure, but it's something we should know.
True. Gregor? Thoughts? You are obscenely quiet.
Of course.
What do you think?
think we should deliver the package.
Right.
It is implied
Trokk's
that he
gonna do
already
like
has it.
the head swivel you. Because we have a history of working together, and that was not the answer he was expecting.
Trokk, there should theoretically be plenty of fighting with delivering the package.
Trokk, I tell you what, if we don't have a fight delivering this package, we'll go find the fights that this lady is in and get you enrolled into one just to make you feel better. How about that?
He thinks it over for a second. Deal.
We could probably enter you into an amateur circuit if you wanted to get in on some action.
Sounds like a plan. Let's deliver this package, give Trokk his fight if there isn't one already out there, and then go find this pirate bitch and kill her. Any questions?
Sounds good.
All right, and then I'll turn around to Van Din, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna give him the universal hand and arm signal for take your earbuds
Well,
out.
he's got his eyes closed. So
Oh.
you gotta tap him on the
Fuck,
knee
I don't
or
want to
something.
touch him. He's fucking He's like 3 houses in front of me. So
I will go ahead and step forward and touch him gently on the shoulder.
All right, he like sort of stirs as if woken, and then takes out the headphones. Ah, yes. Did you come to a decision? Any questions?
yes. Do you have the package, or are we picking it up from somewhere and taking it somewhere else?
I mean, it's in the house. I'll have to. It's not on me right now. I will go and I'll have someone collect it.
Okay. We will take the package task.
Very good. All right. Well, he sort of pushes a button on the side of his seat and leans over and says, "Have the package brought in here, please. We'll be doing that particular job." And he sits back. Very well. Once you deliver the package, return here, and I will give you the information that you need about the Pirate Queen.
Okay.
And the matter should be finished. By the way, I'm guessing you probably came here in a ship. I would suggest not taking your ship to the scrapyards. Probably likely because you won't find anywhere to land there. I'd suggest you either hire a vehicle or take a monorail.
We have a speeder outside.
Outside the gates.
Oh, very good then.
Well, outside the house, whatever.
Well, the gates are. We had to go through a gate
It's
to
out.
get into the district to get to the house. That
Yeah,
has a
he-
gate
he-
also.
He knows what you meant. That's
Yeah.
right. All right. So about 5 minutes later, a man comes in carrying a package. It's quite small. So it's about the size of a piece of paper, but like maybe like 2 inches thick. And it's a sealed plastic, blue plastic container. Well, sorry, it's like a sealed container. And it's been wrapped in like shrink wrapped in a blue plastic shrink wrap. So you couldn't open it without like removing the wrap.
Am I delivering somebody's Warhammer starter kit? Is that what I'm hearing?
It weighs about a pound.
Okay, is it their BattleTech starter kit?
So I have a question. So, for the scope of the Mask of the Pirate Queen, would it be appropriate, or would you prefer that I don't try to work on my obligation?
To try and resolve it.
To try to work towards resolving it, yeah.
I mean, look, I'm okay to like right as long as at some point we'll either say this, we've had enough of this game, or it's not working out time wise, and we'll just keep it going until then. So I guess treat the character like a character. Your character has a desire to resolve their exile, I suppose. So how you deal with that, I guess, is something that's about exploring what Seren's like. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm saying you should do what you're comfortable with.
Okay. Outside of the agreement we're here for, I was wondering if I might negotiate for a potential acquisition of some knowledge.
Okay, I'm happy to have that discussion. Certainly. Well, let me finalize giving you the briefing here on this, and then maybe we. It sounds like something you might want to excuse your friends to have a conversation with me about. So
It is.
yeah.
It should just be back in.
Yeah, Feylon is
Quiet.
definitely giving Seren a cross between what the fuck and not now look. But he's not saying anything because he's not about to be rude in somebody else's house like that.
Yeah, she She leans back and goes quiet.
So the place you're taking this to.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Is there any illegality to this package? Now, keep in mind that your answer is not going to change our mind as to whether we deliver it.
I would say that you should hand it to the people I have specified, and only those people. Anybody else may cause problems. It may cause problems for you.
There, see,
I'm more
told you, Trokk.
worried about the chances of getting ambushed.
Look, obviously, if this is something that was simple, I would do it myself. I have one of my people do it. I can tell you that this is a regular package run. It normally goes off quite well. In the past, I've either had people working for me directly who know what it was steal the goods, or I've had the occasional problem with the local wildlife. What I would recommend is that if you're taking your own speeder, that you hire a guide. I could recommend someone to you. It would be quite cheap, and they would be able to give you a route to the scrapyard that would allow you to avoid the likelihood of most problems.
Excellent. Thank you. And I take a step back.
All right. He gets like a little card and jots down the details of where you might find a potential, like a name and an address to find a potential guide.
Trokk will whisper to Feylon, "Don't hire the guard. We want the guide. We want the most trouble."
You realize, Trokk, we're gonna talk later. Here, have a piece of meat. Mr. Vendin,
let me tell you that the destination you're going to is a community called Rusty Reach, and the package is to be handed to a Hook supervisor named Gurk.
So, Rusty Reach, and deliver it to... Who are we giving it to?
Gurk.
A Huck? Or Hook? What?
Hook, yes.
Leave it to Star Wars to give me some weirdest names I gotta figure out how to spell.
Spell Gurk, please.
Sorry?
Spell Gurk, please.
Gerk.
E. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what Grievous was?
Rusty Reach.
Sorry?
Never mind, don't mind me.
No, Grievous was something else. So, Hooks are a very common underworld race.
Almost insectoidish. What I'm saying.
No, they're
Houk.
Yeah.
Oh, well, HUK is totally different though.
Yeah, HOUK. Generic goon bad guy number 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Them and We Kwai are like this sort of generic.
Yes.
90% of thugs will be one or the other.
Yeah, I can see that. They almost look like they could be from the same planet. Anyway, oops. Yep. Alright. Well, I think we have everything we need. Am I missing anything?
Now let me talk to your friend, and
yes.
wish the rest of you luck.
Thank you.
I look forward to your successful return and sharing the information I have with you about the Pirate Queen.
Indeed, Seren, you and I are going to have a small station, and then I'm going to turn around and walk out and wait for her in the antechamber, I suppose.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the other two are coming with, so I can throw more meat at Trokk just to shut him the fuck up. I'm just imagining I'm walking around with a utility belt full of fresh meat cuts, jerky, and my one stun grenade.
Now, my dear, I like to usually only do one deal at a time, but I'm hoping you can tell me what it is you're looking for, so I can make sure that I have something for you, both in terms of information and cost by the time you return. So what is it you're actually looking for?
I'm looking for a relic. I'm a bit of an academic, something Republic era, and she'll hand him a data pad.
So he poignantly sort of like holds up where the camera can't see what's on the data pad. Yeah, so we're looking at him looking at it, and he goes through and like he's his thick eyebrows rise. All right, I can look into this and let you know what to expect when you return.
Thank you very much for your time.
Can he take a copy of what you showed him?
Sorry, what?
Can he take a copy of what you've shown him?
Yeah.
Okay, he does so.
And go ahead.
Yeah, so you were all then shown out of the house.
Yep.
Back into the streets of the Jewel District.
All right.
Get back into the speeder.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna make our way back to the speeder and.
Well, before we leave the district,
yep.
We do have some time, and we can't use this to re-enter the district.
What? Yeah, was that a one-time use card?
Yeah,
or?
it was. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that sorry, I should say he'll let you know that like once you hand the stuff to Gurk will give you a new pass to come back and see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I think for the amount of time we have left on this pass, you are interested in shopping. Doing it in this district is probably going to vastly increase the availability of things you might be looking for.
Yes, and then I look around and I'm like, I imagine they're going to be slightly more expensive too. But maybe it'll be worth it.
I mean,
Seren,
try to negotiate prices.
when we get back to
this
the
place is going
ship,
to be good for barter.
by the way, Seren, when we get back to the ship, you and I are going to have a brief conversation about whatever it was that you and he talked about.
It will be brief.
So here's my suggestion. I think this is a good point to stop in terms of the role play of like what's happening, like the moving the investigation forward. But you guys might be interested in buying some stuff. I'm happy to go through and do like rolls to buy stuff. That way, what we can say is the audience who don't give a shit about shopping episodes, they can excuse themselves now. Those who want to stick around can, but and we can just say there's not going to be any more story development after the shopping bit. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Unless Trokk starts to fight in the shop.
Trokk, Trokk, you're here to spend money, not cause problems.
Yeah. There might be there will be dice rolls though. There are dice rolls associated with buying gear as well. So,
all right.
If
I would like to find a nicer med kit and some more stim packs. Because the emergency med pack I have right now just makes it so I don't have penalties to help people. I'd like to get one that gives me a bonus to helping people.
Yep. So stim packs are ubiquitous. You can buy them anywhere. They cost 25 credits each.
I will definitely pick up a few.
Yeah. So a regular med pack is 400. It is rarity 2, which I think is on a place like this is almost guaranteed find. Let me get the main book out.
Oh, here we go. Gear.
Would you mind adding a stim pack to my sheet?
Sure, just one.
If you already have one, you can click the plus sign, can't you?
He hasn't got one right now.
Oh, never mind.
I don't already have one.
Gotcha.
Me neither. I double fisted my my stim packs for Trokk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That reminds me, I had like a critical injury or something from that like encounter where it permanently reduced my agility by 1, if I remember correctly. I just don't see it on there.
I think
well, I mean,
the
injuries. But... Yeah, the injury's been cleared, but the result is permanent.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
There is how many hooks do we have on the ship?
It's in the hard points.
Hard points.
Yes. How many hard points?
It has 5.
5?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to get the shield reinforcement.
I was thinking that too.
Because I like living. And I would also like to, well, Seren may like to have the slicer computer. Which would give you a bonus on slicing. as long as you're on the ship.
Yeah, I mean, I keep making computer rolls, so it would be helpful to everybody to help me be better at the thing that I keep rolling that I never thought I'd roll.
Well, it's only 5,000,
Oh, I don't have 5,000
and it
points.
only takes up 1 hard point.
How are we going to
How
pay
much
for
do
that?
you have to spare?
I don't know yet because I'm about to spend some to get more medical stuff to help the team.
I definitely would like to
Okay.
get the smuggling compartments if we don't already have some intrinsically, which I don't see on the sheet.
No, I mean, like, so you have whatever you've got smuggling wise, it's non-mechanical. So like you can still smuggle stuff in a regular ship. It's just that the smuggling compartments give you a certain amount of the ship's encumbrance, which is almost impossible to find unless people know exactly what they're looking for.
Does it add like putting a backpack on?
No, it doesn't add more encumbrance. It just converts some of your encumbrance to hidden encumbrance.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I mean, either way, it's still because I imagine at least mechanically, like if we're stopped and checked, then we have a better chance of not being found that we're carrying a bunch of glitter stem or some shit like that.
That's right. Yeah.
I was thinking definitely the shield reinforcement and the smuggling compartments, but that's looking at like 3 out of the 5 available hard points, not including all the other stuff that we have to look at, like rarity and price.
You could also get the security upgrade to make it harder harder for people to break into our ship.
That's not a bad idea either. Am I not seeing that security?
Security measures right underneath secondary transponder.
What page are you guys
Doesn't even
on?
take
Because I
up
feel
a
like
hard point.
I feel like I'm not in the right part of the book.
I would like to purchase a medical backpack.
Yep. So that's a
The ECM 598.
yep, got it. That is
Rarity 4.
450.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm not looking at the spreadsheet. That's why.
I mean, I'm not looking at the spreadsheet.
And then another thing that we might want to get, which we would have to kind of cash in on together, is a pseudo cloaking device.
What's the rarity on that?
Rarity?
Probably really high.
Yeah.
Rarity,
Yeah,
that's going to be
pretty
tough
high.
to find. Yeah. See, this is why I said we should try to find these items before we leave, because the things we're not going to be able to find out there, we might be able to find in here. Do I have to make what do you want me to roll to see if I can find that rarity 4?
Okay, that is a difficulty 2 negotiation check. Two purple. But wait, it's a mid-rim world, so it is. So yeah, still 2. That's fine.
Hey, Feylon, will you come shopping with me?
What do you need, Seren?
A medical backpack so I can put your limbs all back on.
How much do you need?
I don't need the money. I just need you to find it. I keep trying to talk to these people in the stalls, and I'm just not very friendly.
Oh, so you need me to make the roll. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
What am I rolling?
Negotiation against 2 purple. That's it. Yeah.
Negotiation against 2 purple. Let's see. Well, I have a slot in that.
Seren is terrible at face skills.
Hey, look, I
Yeah,
succeeded
yeah,
once. I got 3 threats though.
Yeah, there's no the threats and advantage have no bearing on negotiation checks to find goods.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay,
That's good to know.
I will add. Where is Seren? Let me add Seren.
Why do I feel like I'm the one rolling the availability acquisition rolls?
Because you have
You are.
negotiation.
I am. Okay.
So now I have a backpack.
What?
It's just full of life-saving stuff. Could you drag a stim pack on my sheet so I can purchase some stim packs?
Yep, no worries.
And then also, what page in the PDF is the ship upgrades? Because the page I was looking at only had like a handful of things.
I mean, they're from multiple books as part of the issue. So, like, I mean, I can tell you they're in the main book, but that Excel spreadsheet I sent you
has all of them.
Was all of them, but I filtered it for ones that don't apply to the ship you've got, like things that are for capital size ships.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so smuggling compartments. Is that C column the rarity? Yeah. So 1 rarity. Takes 1 hard point. It costs $1,200.
Yeah. So 1 rarity would be a difficulty 1, like 1 purple negotiation
1 purple.
check.
Oops. Got it.
Yep, you got it. So I'll add to the ship.
And then I gotta take away $1,200 from my.
What'd you just buy?
The smuggling compartments.
Okay. Splicing computer is pretty high too.
What's the?
6.
That's so I would be
Rarity
rolling against
6.
6 purples.
No, it would be against 4 purples for 8.
I'm sorry. One more time, James.
It will be against 4 purples.
Okay. Oh, is it because it's more available here than the default? Is that what that is?
So normally rarity 8. So on the edge of the Empire, there's a table on page 150, which shows the difficulty for each rarity. On a mid-room world, the rarity is increased by 1. So effectively, at a difficulty 8, you're rolling against a rarity 9, but that's still 4 purple. Yeah.
Are we getting the?
If you were trying to buy it back where you were in the outer rim, it would have been too high, so you would have rolled against 5 purple.
Are we attempting to get that slicing computer then? I feel like the answer is yes. Seren?
Yeah.
I'm spending my money on medical supplies, so if you want Seren to use that, you guys are probably gonna have to pony up some cash.
Well, it's only rarity 6 that I can see, so it would be 3 purple to get the slicing computer.
How much is it? That's also a little pricey. $5,000.
Yeah.
What's the shield? Reinforced shield generator. 38 against a 5.
Also, to be clear, like all of these opinions are my opinions, not Seren's. Seren is not asking for any of this.
Reinforced shield generator is rarity 5, so it becomes 6, would be 3 purple to obtain that.
Alright. I'm gonna do. If I pay for the shield, can you pay for the slicing computer, Darius? I don't know. I don't know how much money you have.
Well, we all just got 10,000, so.
I'm just trying not to put all. You know what? It's my ship. Fuck it. I might go broke here, but I'll pay for it. Okay. So first one is the. Which one am I doing? Reinforced shield generator, 3,800.
The shield, so I've got the shield open. So that's so against 3 purple.
Where is the negotiation? There it is. Yeah.
No. So you have to. It's just to say that it's not. They haven't got one here right now.
Okay, so I'm not actually losing the money,
again.
Correct?
No, that's right. You can try again after a significant period of time has passed.
Like after, like maybe after we finish shooting at the Pirate Queen or something.
Yep, potentially. Yep.
All right, and then the slicing computer,
which is going to be still difficulty 3. Also a fail.
No, that doesn't look good either.
Dang.
Okay.
Trokk has no interest in shopping for the ship at all. He's just shopping for.
He's just shopping for himself.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 grand gets you a lot of sick gear. So.
Yeah. So I was actually kind of looking at some stuff. I could probably. Well, I'm sure there's probably something better I could get than like the Vibro Axe, but
Vibro Axe is a pretty good.
Is really good.
That's what I was gonna say. I think I'll stick with that just to
your best bet is to buy mods to improve the Vibro Axe.
If you buy mods, Seren can work your mods.
Okay.
Because I can roll the mechanics checks for them.
Okay. Yeah, and I was looking at some of the armor too. There's some stuff listed here. Like there's this Mark IV riot armor that has an R next to it. What does that mean?
Yeah, that means it's restricted. So like owning it is illegal.
Damn. So I just can't be walking around.
It's like law enforcement armor, right? Like only the law enforcement have it.
Well, it doesn't. Shouldn't it
but-
come with like a free badge? Like they toss him the badge, extra.
Jesus, comes with a free badge, he said.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna
Wow.
drop the money
mean,
on a right armor,
you're buying it on the black market, so it probably has got a badge. It's just not yours.
yeah,
It's got like
Trokk's
it's got
badge.
some dead cop's badge number. And James, I'm gonna roll for that advanced targeting array since I'm not getting anything else. I think
Okay.
that's what it's called. Yeah, advanced targeting
So,
array. Rarity 4.
so it'll be rarity 5. So it's going to be so it's 2, 3, and 1, 4, 5. So it's 3 purple.
Jesus.
No,
I was doing so good for a minute there. Now I'm just
You're like-
rolling like trash.
you're like walking into places like splashing out credits, and everyone's like, "I'm out of stock. Sorry."
Yeah, really, that's what it is.
I
If you
would-
only came here
last guy-
10 minutes ago, I had 6 of them.
The last guy literally just bought the last one. Yeah.
I would like to buy a toolkit.
Okay. So it's
What am
pretty easy.
I rolling?
It's
are you-
rarity 2, so I
It
think
would
you're
be-
rolling 1 purple.
Would be 1 purple, yes.
Y'all out here looking for rarity 8 stuff, and I'm like, I just want tools. Rarity 2.
1 purple? Is that what I'm hearing? Sorry, my son was
Yeah.
talking to me.
1 purple. So I can fix the ship.
Sorry.
That fails.
Oh my god.
Wow, we must. We
Oh, no,
haven't got the
you
shipment for the
rolled,
week.
You rolled. Okay, no, still one. Yeah, still fail. That's right. Yeah. Still. Yeah.
I might be
imagine
tapped
while,
out on my acquisition rolls, guys.
Oh man.
Yep.
Now, I take
imagine-
it because you rolled it. I can't roll it now.
Yeah, it's what it's roll to see if it's in stock basically. So
So just I'm kind of looking at like the equipment list here, and as Trokk is like going around like shopping for like armor and stuff like that. He sees this thing and he pulls it off the rack or whatever. It's it's Jedi Temple Guardian armor, and he like holds it up over him, and then he points to the armor, and then he points to Seren, like Seren should like buy this and wear it.
yeah, restricted rarity 10. You can't buy. You can't even roll for it here.
I don't even think you can see it here.
Well, the joke that he's making is he's like,
He's like, hey, you're a
he's
felon.
like,
You should dress like
yeah,
one.
hey, you're kind of like a Jedi, but he's doxing you, so-
Doxing you? Wow. Wow.
unintentionally, but like, he's
have
like,
another
oh,
roll.
look.
I have another roll. I would like to buy a weapon maintenance kit.
Okay.
That's going to be another 1 purple.
Make that 2 of those.
We only need 1. We can save money.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ!
Because they got none.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you came here like an hour ago, my store was stocked. Now you have to come back next week.
god.
It's like getting to Walmart right before a storm, and you were too late.
Yeah, so I'm looking at like I'm. It seems like one of the best items that I can get that isn't like restricted, is probably going to be something like I'm looking at like a smuggler's trench coat. I don't know what that would do. It's got 1. What is this? 1 defense, 1 soak.
So the soak adds to your brawn for the purpose of how much you remove. So that obviously means you take less damage. The
Yeah.
defense adds 1 black dice to all attacks against you.
Okay. Yeah, it's got 3 encumbrance.
What ship upgrades did we find?
Just the smuggling compartments, I think. I think that was the only thing I actually got.
That's all you actually succeeded in. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does HP do for some of the armor that's listed here?
That's hard
It's
points.
hard
It's
points.
how many mods you can add to the armor.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could. I mean, you could just. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of options. There's like, if you want to spend a ton of money on your armor, you can get something with a lot of hard points and like 2 soak.
Mhm.
If you're looking at like, I just want slightly better armor and I want to just throw my money into my weapon, then you could get one that's cheaper that just has the soak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can turn that vibro axe into something unholy and terrifying. Like for real. We had a Wookiee that could damage TIE fighters with his vibro axe.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Armored clothing. So, rarity 6 armored clothing. What would I be rolling against? Is that 4?
Or purple.
I'm going to try to get me some
Just
armored
gotta make
clothing.
this one, right?
Yeah, this
Can't
will be
make
the
ones.
Yeah, this will be the one that I make. No,
Nope.
I guess not. All right, I'm done making rolls unless you guys want something. I can't guarantee shit at this point. I'm not even gonna bother trying to find anything.
So the rarity is how difficult the roll is.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, the Smuggler's Trench Coat is a 7 rarity.
And I rolled against a 6 rarity, which was 4 purple.
Yeah.
Just as a frame of reference.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
There's no downside to rolling against it, right? Though, right? I just if I fail the roll, they just don't have it.
Yeah, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, and what am I rolling?
Negotiation.
Negotiation. Oh, the Trokk is really good at this.
Why do I not believe that statement at all?
No ranks in this, and it's against.
I can make.
seven
Listen,
would be
I can
4
make the roll
purple?
because
4 purple,
statistically, I'm gonna have a better chance than you. I have
Yeah,
one
but
rank in negotiation.
But you have also been sucking.
I
lately.
have been. So take that information with you as you choose.
Can I do something stupid here?
Absolutely,
Can
I've
I
been doing
spend
it
a
all
light-
night.
Can I spend a light point for this?
Sure.
I mean, we're at the end of the session. There's no use for him now.
Can I spend 2 light points?
No.
No.
Just one.
Can I trouble you for a third?
All right, so 4 purple and a light point.
Yeah, and then you hit upgrade ability. No,
Oh,
you don't, so you,
upgrade
don't, you don't roll the. Yeah, so just roll a yellow dice, and we'll swap the first dice for the yellow dice you roll.
Just roll a yellow die.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Hey, you know what's funny? Trokk is better at negotiation than Seren.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Feylon.
How do I roll a yellow die? I remember we've looked at this before.
The dice button
Right?
next to the public roll button.
Very in the very bottom right corner, the little dice thing there.
Spit, shut up.
Bottom right-hand corner.
Where like the
You
chat
see
box.
where
Oh,
you-
I was on the wrong screen. Yeah, I was.
Yep.
All right, so public roll
It's one yellow.
and 1 yellow.
It would need to be 2 successes to you get the exact same result. So.
All right.
All right. So now that I have been tracking how many threats you guys have rolled. Now that you've acquired a total of 6 threats across all your rolls, you've used up your time in the Jewel District.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Time to go, guys.
I guess. It's not like I could spend any more money in here as I look at my receipt with 1 item for smuggling for compartments, smuggling 1 set.
I mean, that's a good purchase. To
Yeah,
have
it
actually
is.
made.
But man, how many times did I roll failures?
All right. Let
It
me.
would have
They're
also
being
been nice to
escorted
get
out
tools
and,
so I can fix the ship when it takes damage.
I don't get to
eventually.
choose which one was a success, my friend.
I'm still gonna blame you.
Sure.
All right. I have sent XP to all the characters, so I want you to get another 20 XP, which has been done.
All right.
How much? Oh,
20.
20. Got it. So it went from 190 to 210 in my total, but my available is 0.
No, I'm your available showing 20 for me when I look at it.
Yeah, worked for me.
Let me
Wait,
try
no,
this
it didn't.
crazy button right here and see what happens. I hit the refresh button.
Oh no, my available is still the same as it was before. It did not add to my available.
I'm saying 35 is your current available.
Let me refresh.
It could be latency between his computer and
I mean,
ours.
we are,
There is a whole
Yeah.
whole ass ocean between me and him.
Yeah. The XP's got to go all the way across the equator.
Well,
No, let's
Pacific.
just throw.
Listen, the Pacific Ocean is not small.
Got to try again to throw that XP
Why
across
did
the
it
world.
spend my 20 XP?
Just refresh the page.
Yeah, because
No, I did. And it shows spent 20 XP for manual spend.
Okay, I'll put that back. That's fine. I see what happened there. Okay, so you should be back to your 20 XP now.
There we go.
Yeah.
I refreshed it. It's updated properly.
same.
What screen are you even seeing your XP on?
It's the bottom tab of your character sheet.
The XP log is the very bottom.
Oh,
tab
it's
on
in the
right-hand
log.
side.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
now,
I'm seeing
if
three
I'm
available,
curious
yep.
to see how auto this all is. If I do that,
When I refresh, though, I'm back on Silicami. Bye, guys.
That's it's okay. It's to do with the fact. It must be to do with the way that the mod that does the hyperspace thing works.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't change the active window. It just changed the window you were on, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so I bought a thing and I was expecting it to spend it automatically and add it to the log, and it didn't.
What did you buy? Was it a talent?
I bought a talent.
Yeah. Okay. How much did you spend? Because it's not doing that one part properly.
I spent 20.
20. Okay. So you'd have 15 left. So bring that down. That's fine.
All right. So it's current skill rank time. Or no, the skill rank I want times 5.
Yeah,
Plus
plus
5
if
it's
cross
not.
class.
So that means to go to skill level 2, that is going to be 15.
If it's cross class, yep.
It is cross class. Because I'm going to spend my dumbass got frustrated going from store to store trying to find shit. So I'm going to see if I could maybe talk better. I could find some shit.
To buy a skill, where
Yeah.
it's got the little dollar sign next to it, right click on that and then go purchase skill rank.
Oh, there we go. Okay. 15. Oh, it even tells you how much it is. Okay. That. And then
That's cool.
I don't think I have any. Because that'll still be 10. Ooh, skullduggery? I can. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me do this. Purchase skill rank. I picked up skullduggery, which I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it sounds cool.
It's your general thieving skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally did just walk out of a bar with somebody else's half a bottle of booze.
It's also, I mean, you use it for stealing things. You also use it for like looking for security systems and stuff like that.
Yeah. Breaching through physical security, like picking a lock rather than doing an electronic system.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a very useful.
I've spent all my
Question
XP.
for the GM when you get a chance. So
Was
just
it, sorry?
just a question.
Yeah.
What this would qualify under. So just for role playing purposes, we played the hollow chess or whatever. If Trokk wanted to get better at that, what skill would that be?
So it was either warfare, law, or
skullduggery if you're gonna cheat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I was using warfare before, so I think just for the purposes of the way Trokk would look at it, would be under warfare. It does not have a check on it, so that's not a class skill.
So it would cost 10 XP to buy the first rank.
10 XP to buy the first rank. Okay.
Basically, it's the same cost as if it was a class skill. You just have to add 5 to it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to debate whether I want to do that.
You know you do. Listen, Trokk needs to balance his score with the judge, his god. I'm not using quite the right terms, but
the other good skill that warfare is good for. Warfare is good for things like tactics. It's also good for things like identifying military equipment or vehicles.
Yeah. Okay. So my purchases then, since or at least how much XP did I have? I think I had 40.
You've got 30. You've got 30 left now after buying the first.
30 left now. Okay. Well, I did also pick up feral string, which was 5, I think.
5. Okay. Cool. So that means you want 25.
Oh, is that one of your?
Actually, I could buy a second
talents?
rank in that, which I think would be 10.
Yeah, another 10 ore as well.
Feral strength is
feral
fine.
strength adds 1 damage per rank, or add 1 damage per rank of feral strength to 1 hit of successful attacks made using brawl or.
Yeah, the reason it says 1 hit, if you've got weapons that, for example, that have the linked quality where you might get 2 hits for 1 attack roll, only applies to one of them. That's all.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll buy 1 rank and then maybe increase something else. So it's the rank that I want times 5.
Yep, plus 5 if it's cross class.
All right. And I think I have 25 left. Yeah.
James, I thought there was talk about putting the class trait tree in the foundry, or am I crazy?
It is if you click on the spec name at the top. So if you go to where it says pilot at the top of your sheet, click on pilot. It should come up with the spec.
Ah, yes. Okay, cool.
And then when you check off a box, it adds to your talents.
Ah.
Which is
cool. Yeah.
Not,
okay.
It's
supposed to work. If you click on the dollar sign next to the talent name, it's supposed to check the box and remove the XP, but it wasn't working for me last night, and I don't think it's working today either.
And I don't have any XP to. spend to test it.
But now you can see it. You know where to find it.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'll remember when we reconvene in 3 months. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I hope we do better than that next time.
Same. Speaking of which, are we ready to move into outros, or do we still have a couple things to discuss? Consider.
I think I'm ready, but
I'm ready. Yeah. I mean,
James?
I wanted to buy some armor and maybe like some mods for the Vibrex, but we can take that offline.
It just takes that
so
negotiation roll in
Darius?
order to find it.
Yeah,
Darius, you have a question?
the XP, did you want to know what I spent?
Oh yeah, sure. So have you done the changes already?
Yeah.
Actually, so you bought move, upgrade, and you bought grit, and you bought lethal blows, and upgrade stalker as well. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see all that in the sheet log.
Yep.
Yeah, I got frail strength. I increased warfare, increased melee, and increased brawl.
Okay, hasn't taken the XP off for the melee or the brawl. So the melee would have been 20.
Melee would have been 20, and I think brawl would have been 5.
Then. 5, that's right. Yep. 22,
That should be all my XP then.
Yep. Yeah. So when you're increasing skills, right click on the little dollar sign and then go purchase rank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rather than change the number. That's fine. It's done now.
Well, hopefully, me portraying Feylon as the foul-mouthed, wild-ass, smart-ass hasn't been terribly disruptive, whether in character or out.
No.
I'm just more worried that Trokk wanting to smash everything has been.
I love how he's like, I'm gonna totally front on this standing lamppost thing, and then at the last second, I'm gonna pull. Oh shit! I hit. He's walking around swinging a vibro axe around like he's Billy Badass.
He's very fat kid with a lightsaber meme.
James, I'll let you start it off. What kind of outro, feedback, thoughts, etc.? What do you got for us?
One of my favorite things when that meme was around was the fact that somebody actually like rotoscoped in proper lightsaber effects and set like the Star Wars like Duel of the Fates music.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep.
I also like the one where they duplicated it, so he was fighting himself with all the lightsaber sounds. Oh, that was priceless.
Oh man.
No, good game. It's we got to where I wanted to get. The timing worked well. So the amount of screwing out you guys did was exactly right because we got to the point at the right time.
I feel like that deserves a few extra XP points there. But that goes in your player pool. Like, what is that Alien that has you get story points or something like that in Alien?
For the one shots.
Yeah, it's definitely more for the one shots. This is for the other one.
Well, it's specifically the story points are a rule for cinematic play instead of campaign play.
Yeah.
So you get one per act to just sort of solidify a thing.
Yeah. James, you got anything else? Oh, excuse me.
No. I guess watch your space. We'll see what we can organize again next time. I mean, the good thing about being slightly less employed now is that my ability is a lot greater, but it also means my wife might try and put me in for some extra stuff.
Yeah, that's not unusual at all. But also, on a side note, now that you're slightly more available, means we might actually be able to finish the 30-25 season for GTL. But we'll jump that bridge at a later date. Bowhammer, what do you got for us? Guy named after a thing called a hammer, but it's actually a sword.
A sword, yes. Yeah, it's speaking, I'm the other half of that GTL equation there.
Well, the other 1/3, because I have all three of you right now. I'm not going to lie. Listen, Kane, don't take this the wrong way, but I was kind of hoping maybe you didn't show up, because then I could get maybe one of my 2 remaining GTL shows to fucking get done. Nothing personal, bro, I promise.
No. I mean, I'm good. Yeah, you know me. My availability is pretty much, whenever everyone else is available. But no, it was a good session. I hope I'm doing a pretty good job of, role playing, Trokk trying to keep his violent tendencies in control as much as he can. He's like the, those like old wind up toys that's what Trokk is. He's like all wound up, and then you just got to decide, what direction to point him in and when to let him go.
Trokk is an electric football field.
He's gonna walk forward, smash his symbols together.
Yes, that's right.
Smash. Kane, what do you got for us?
I'm the characters, this party is so absolutely dysfunctional. I'm impressed that we get as much done as we do.
The best part is that wasn't even intentional. I didn't have an idea of how I was going to play Feylon until we actually did our first episode. And I was like, I guess I'm just going to be a smart-ass flyboy. Who then ends up apparently being the face guy.
Feylon wants to talk us into as many problems as he can. Trokk wants to swing us into as many problems as he can. Gregor wants to kill everything with a pulse, and Seren is being incredibly inconveniently compassionate.
Amazing.
I am looking forward though to I don't know what happens in this at all, so I don't know if it'll come out in this at all, but yes, Seren's like duality thing is compassion hatred, and she has not had an opportunity to exhibit her hatred yet.
Oh man, why do I feel like Feylon is just going to be thrown under the bus and just grounded in the dirt?
There could be a very good chance coming up very shortly.
I mean, he keeps rolling if the GM keeps rolling for Seren to be the one targeted or whatever the hell it's called, not complication. What obligation?
The obligation roll.
Yeah. All right, Darius, you've been pretty quiet tonight for one reason or another. That's fine. Not calling you out.
Oh yeah.
Just probably because I've been talking the most, to be honest. But what do you got for us?
That and it's quiet ones you got to watch out for, right?
Is that the angle? You know what? I appreciate sticking to the method. What do you got for us, man?
Not a whole lot. I enjoyed the session. I wish you had made better rolls.
Brother, everybody at this table wished I made better rolls. Come on.
Yeah.
Even the GM was sitting there going, this affects me in exactly 0 ways, but goddamn roll better, man.
It was a fun session.
All right. Well, I certainly enjoyed it. We got some good role play in. I don't think we could have gotten much better without having some combat, which would have just slowed down the role play. So I think it was overall pretty good session.
Yep.
And of course, I'm never bagging on the combat because hell, I've managed to make combat entertaining in more ways than just yay, I shot him. But yeah, all right, my friends, that is it for us here tonight. We're gonna get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Even if all you did was lurk in the shadows, that's totally fine too. Coming up, as I've mentioned previously, I am in the process of attempting to get more video game streaming done in addition to my TTRPGs, which there are a couple of projects on the back burners that I'm keeping an eye on. Some things are getting simmering. Some are starting to spill over, and I got to cool them down a little bit. But enough of the cooking analogies, because that's literally the extent of my cooking knowledge. Just keep watching. I don't know if I'll stream again tomorrow night, but probably Monday. And of course, Tuesday is Aliens, Wednesday is Rogue Trader, Thursday is probably War Thunder if my computer hasn't blown up, and then Friday more Star Trek Online. And are we good for next Saturday? Can we get episode 6 next week?
I have a bad feeling that I'm spoken for. Let me look at my social calendar, because next weekend is a long weekend here, so it's
disappoint.
Yeah, so
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It is. So my calendar says all day Girl Squad Day. Girl Squad is when I met my wife at a role playing convention when she was in a group of all female gamers playing games at role playing conventions. And although they don't play much anymore, they still get together from time to time. And because they've all got families now, it's a family event where all the girls and all their husbands and kids are getting together.
Of course. That's how that works out. So
Yeah,
you are not available next weekend.
No, but the 12th, yes. The 19th, yes. Maybe a slightly later start, but yeah, the 26th, yeah. So I'm looking better now going forward.
Okay. Well, that's reassuring. And you know what? If I'm not streaming something I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I will mention that on the 26th, I will not be available.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Sorry. I'll be at a convention.
Yeah.
Rude.
I mean, let me put it this way. I will take my laptop with me, and hopefully I will be able to join us by the time it's time. But I can't guarantee it.
Well, we'll jump that bridge when we get there. It sounds, based on that alone, though, we'll probably just cancel for the 26th because no need having additional stress thrown out there.
No, it's not additional stress for me. I like it. I like TRP.
Yo, I hear you. We'll see how it goes when we get a little bit closer. Fullhammer and Kane, are you guys good for what is looking like the 12th and the 19th at a minimum, possibly the 26th?
Yep, I'm good both days. It's late enough here that my stuff during the day is usually wrapped up by then. So
Gotcha.
Yep, I'm good.
Kane, I get the classic Kane thumbs up in live form. All right, my friends, we're gonna get out of here. Stay safe out there. This galaxy is, while far, far away, still a dark and dangerous place. So make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as for me and mine, we're out of here. See you next time. Good one.